talk station, The Zone. This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Milwaukee Brewers had yesterday off. They currently sit 22-16 on the year. That's good for second in the NL Central. 3.5 games below the Cubs for first place. Milwaukee is currently riding a 4-game win streak, and manager Pat Murphy credits the bullpen for their most recent sweep of the New York Yankees.
Pitching staff, it doesn't go unnoticed. You know, those guys. You got Harrison, never been a full-time guy in the big leagues. You got Chad Patrick, first time in the pen. DL Hall emerging as a leverage guy, and what Ashby's done is amazing. So you think about it, you know, that's pitching that was against that lineup, best record in baseball. It was outstanding. But you got to, again, mention Contreras because he does it on both ends of the ball.
The Brewers will now send Brandon Sproat to the mound. He's 0-2 with a 5.87 ERA opposite of Padres' Matt Waldron. First pitch against San Diego from American Family Field tonight is at 6:40. Turning to the Bucks, it's reported that Milwaukee is open for business on trade calls and offers for the two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam had said they want a resolution before the NBA draft, which is less than 6 weeks away.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers are currently in Phase 2 of their offseason program with on-field non-contact workouts and OTAs. Phase 3 will begin starting May 26th through June 18th, but the only mandatory part will be June 9th through the 11th, which will be mandatory minicamp. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time.
Well,
So you got to let me know.
hey Giannis, are you going to stay
Should I stay
or are you
should
going to
I
go? You know, NBA playoffs, LeBron James and the Lakers get swept. They fall in the West semis. Thunder beat them 115-110. They hold off a late charge. You got LeBron James now saying, I don't know what the future holds for me. LeBron, whose record-setting 23rd season ended with a loss, with a sweep. Let's see, 41 years old, LeBron James played 40 minutes and finished with 24 points and a game-high 12 rebounds. As the Lakers still led in the final minute against the defending champions, but could not close out the victory. LeBron James again asked about retirement. Should he stay or should he go? He's not the only one trying to make a decision here. As the Milwaukee Bucks reported yesterday. Now this one, I think the story finally will be right. After years and years and years, seasons upon seasons upon seasons of saying it, I think this actually is going to happen.
Should I cool it or should I blow?
Should Giannis Antetokounmpo, should he stay or should he go? The Bucks allegedly, though, are open for business on trade calls and offers for the two-time MVP. Now, Jimmy Haslam, the Bucks co-owner, said last week? They want to get this done before the NBA's draft, which is like 6 weeks away. So, entering the NBA draft combine and the next 6 weeks leading up to the draft.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Should Giannis stay or should he go? There is expected to be a robust market for Giannis' services. And ownership and front office officials expect to maintain their trade deadline asking price of a young blue chip talent and or a surplus of draft picks. Should Giannis stay or should he go now? Shams, who has been all over this again, just like the people that reported before him. They've been on this story for quite some time, and I think this is the time that it'll finally be correct. I think they finally will get it right. Shams on the Pat McAfee Show.
Sources tell me the Milwaukee Bucks are fully open for business on trades and offers around Giannis Antetokounmpo as we enter the NBA Draft Combine this week, and we're 6 weeks away from the NBA Draft itself. Bucks owner Jimmy Haslam said just last week that there will be a conclusion to this saga. Been a 12-month ordeal for all of us. Yeah. But Jimmy Haslam said there will be a conclusion to this that will either result in him signing a long-term extension or a trade. But the conversation, any conversation that the Bucks are going to have with Giannis Antetokounmpo, from my understanding, it's going to be a very simple one. Do you want to stay here long-term and commit long-term in June? The answer from all accounts is going to be no. And at that point, the question is going to be, where does Giannis want to go? Where does he want to play for and commit long-term? Because he's got just one guaranteed year left on his deal. You guys know this, especially in the NBA. That gives a player of this caliber a ton of leverage, a ton of sway on where he ends up. John Horst, the Bucks general manager, has done everything. And I'm talking about everything the last 10 years to try to put together a winner around Giannis. They've traded for Drew Holiday, all of their draft picks. They've traded a bunch of assets away for Damian Lillard. They did the largest stretch and wave of a player in NBA history when they stretched Damian Lillard's $113 million contract. They put that on their books for the next 5 years, and then they went out and signed Miles Turner to a $108 million deal. They did that all to try to win around Giannis. The reality has been setting in, though, for the Bucks, and now they're going to do their best to work with Giannis over the next several weeks, and there's going to be a bunch of teams. Miami, Golden State, the Lakers, the Timberwolves, the Cavaliers, a bunch of teams playing in the playoffs right now, teams that are out of it, and we'll see over the next 6 weeks, as Jimmy Haslam said, what happens with Giannis.
So there you go. There's Shams. There's Shams on Pat McAfee Show. This report I do believe. This is the one that I do. You've gotten it right. You finally have got around to getting it right. Now, was there some smoke before? Yeah, probably. But now the Bucks engaged in Antetokounmpo trade talks. Thanasis is going with, right? Like that's got to be part of the trade. If you're trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo, Thanasis is being thrown in, correct? Like that has to be part of it, right? Again, what we hear: the Heat, the Warriors. You have the T-Wolves, the Lakers. Were just mentioned right there. Jimmy Haslam talking about publicly and privately that the Bucks will work with Giannis in the upcoming weeks. I was reading over the weekend that the Cleveland Cavaliers, Giannis wanted to put his finger on the scale for the Cavaliers. So there you go. John Horst, Drew Holiday, obviously the piece that got to the championship. And then you thought with Damian Lillard, the excitement for Damian Lillard was off the charts when it happened. And then the reality was sad. The reality was sad. But yeah, Antetokounmpo, Giannis didn't want to be the bad guy throughout the season, and apparently the Bucks didn't want to be the bad guy. But now, apparently both parties were ready to move on from all of this. Thanasis has to be part of it, right? Thanasis is gone. I mean, the Bucks, it's time to rebuild. Bucks finished 32-50 outside of the postseason, even in the play-in tournament, snapping what it was 9 consecutive years in the playoffs. Bucks, it's been fun. It's been fun. Kinger, you don't want him to leave, do you?
No, not really.
Well, what are you going to do?
But,
What are you ready to sacrifice to have Giannis stay?
Well, I mean, the real question is, was other teams willing to give the Bucks? To be honest.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it going to be just going to be a crap ton of draft picks? Are we going to get some no-name players? I mean, what do the Bucks expect in return? That's my question. We all know Giannis and Thanasis and whoever else will be part of that deal and be shipped off, wherever, if a trade is made. But like I said, what do the Bucks expect in return? I mean, is it going to be some Team A that actually has Team B, who actually has Team C's draft pick that's 4 or 5 years down the road, or are we going to actually get a up and comer no name player from somewhere else and a couple draft picks? That
yeah.
I want to know what the Bucks expect to get. What they're okay, you want Giannis, this is what we want. I mean, my opinion, there has to be at least 1 or 2, maybe first-round picks. I mean, I know there's only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, but...
Well, you got a 10th-round pick, you got a 10th-round pick, you got 2 other future first-rounders, you got some tradable contracts like Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got Giannis and Thanasis and maybe Alex Antetokounmpo, too.
Yeah, you never know. So I mean, it's more like I keep repeating myself. It's like, what do the Bucks expect? We know you're gonna ship out Giannis, but then, I mean, I'm not that depth in the NBA of who's on what team and how they've been playing, or this team has this great G League player, because we all know how their minor league system works.
Mm-hmm.
Them just jumping from the G League to the pros. So, but I mean, and then how healthy is Giannis? Is he automatically going to finally find the fountain of youth wherever he gets traded to, and he's just playing 75, 70 games, 65 games a season now? Because back, he's full strength, healthy. I know there was controversy down the stretch that Bucks said they didn't, they wanted to, sit him, and he said he was ready to go, and who knows? No one knows who's telling the truth. So, and it's a great mystery, and we got six weeks at least maximum to find out what happens if they break down and say, Giannis is staying, because I believe the Bucks are the only team that can offer him that max contract.
Correct.
So, I mean, if he wants the money, but yet are the Bucks willing to pay him that money is the other question. So,
what do you do, Keener? What do you do?
Yeah, it's flip a coin, and if it rolls and goes down a storm sewer, well, I guess you're just out of luck. It doesn't matter what happens. The Bucks are just regressing, and hopefully in 5-10 years, once maybe 15-20 years, you finally find that other Greek prodigy.
Could be like another 50
draft.
almost,
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean,
all in all, I would love to see Giannis stay, be a homer, a long-timer, stay Buck for life, because we all know when it's all said and done, his name will be in the rafters, number will be retired, and everyone will be eating Euros and all that and celebrating, So, but, I mean, who knows when that's going to be down the road. And, we always thought, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre for the Packers would retire as such, but no, we all know that near the end, it gets ugly.
It does.
And sometimes...
I don't think it's not ugly like Rodgers or Favre, though. It's not ugly.
No, not. I mean, it's a mutual
People keep
split.
comparing it to Aaron
You know,
Rodgers' saga. I'm like, how? I mean, not at all. It's not.
I know it's not, but it's just recent and it's comparing apples to oranges and all that fun stuff. It's like I know, but like it's not like Giannis
I feel like it's the
going
most
around.
cordial. It's like the most cordial split up ever. Like it's a complete mutual breakup.
And I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, 6 weeks.
More will be revealed.
I'm not going to hold my breath for the next 6 weeks and hoping Giannis stays and that he's a Bucks for life. Even if they don't make it another NBA Finals, I'm not going to be heartbroken. But the NBA is all rigged, and who gives a crap in the end? And it's all, yeah.
Anything else, buddy?
And one last thing. I know. NFL schedule, things getting leaked here and there. Was the Lions and Bills? They get to play the first Thursday night game on Prime. I know Robbie keeps thinking it's going to be Packers Bears Week 1. And we'll see. And since the Badgers play at Lambeau on the 6th, is it more likely than not that the Packers will start the season on the road? So, just wondering if you tomorrow, wherever we want, try to give our predictions on who the Packers might play Week 1.
Yeah, bring it up.
So,
remind me tomorrow too.
Home, away, prime time. Well, we know it's not going to be Sunday night. So, anyways, or who they might play on their first home opener. Anyways, so I'll leave it at that before we ramble on some more. Giannis, please stay. Please.
See you, buddy.
I'm not. Yep. Adios, muchachos.
He wants Giannis to stay desperately. RJ, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, Wisco Greaves on Twitch had said, let's see here. I will miss the Thanasis podcast.
Well,
that
doesn't necessarily mean that's going anywhere.
Well, I assume that Thanasis is a package deal with Giannis.
Well, yeah, but you could still listen to the podcast.
Let's see here. I Googled it. As of May, Thanalysis has not officially ended, but rather appears to be on a break. Or transitioning after a successful 2023 to 2026 run.
Oh.
Recent
to what?
Recent, maybe a new location.
Oh.
Recent updates indicate Thanasis returned to Greece following the NBA season, with his most recent highly active content centering on his injury recovery on the Thanalysis live shows. So yeah, what's the last episode? Is it 3 weeks ago with Pat Murphy? Is that the last one? I'm gonna be honest, I don't listen to it.
Neither do I.
I just think the name is amazing. Thanasis with the podcast Thanalysis. I thought that was incredible. It's a maze. All right, 608-321-1670. Moth, meet Flame. Go, caller.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Scott, I'm on Cloud 9.
Fantastic.
How are you?
I have a story. I heard from the biking yesterday.
From who?
I said, I heard myself biking yesterday.
Oh.
You hurt yourself biking. Oh,
What the hell was that?
that was Fleetwood Mac.
Well, yeah, I get that, but what the hell was that?
That was, again, Fleetwood Mac.
I actually did it twice in the same day.
Oh.
How'd you do that?
Well, I was going down a cross-country road. I was riding on the sidewalk, and I'm still getting used to my bike. So there was another person with a bike was on the road, so I stopped immediately. But the kicker was, I hit the edge and I hit a retainer, a wall.
Oof.
One of those, those decorative walls like in a yard.
Yeah. Were you wearing a helmet?
Yep.
All right, good.
That happened the first time, and I had something really nice. The one that was riding the bike coming the other way stopped and helped me up. Then I get down about 2 blocks. Then I got my tire on the edge of the sidewalk and did it again.
Scott. Well, Scott, I mean, who's that guy that played Doctor Who? Benedict Cumberland or something? What's his name?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
What's his name? Benedict Cumberpatch?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
He was
Doctor
Strange.
What did I say?
Doctor Who.
Oh, him and a cyclist got into got into a big tizzy as well, Scott. You're not the only famous person getting in a fight with a cyclist, or maybe the bike's in a fight with you.
Well, here's the interesting part. A second person stopped in the middle of the road and helped me up, asked me if I wanted to call for an ambulance. I said no. Loaded my bike into her car.
Wow.
And drove me back up the house. It was only a couple blocks. And, if you want an example of someone helping somebody, and, I said to her, I'm okay. She said, no, you're not, Scott.
Oh, she knew your name.
I told her my name.
Oh.
Well,
the kindness of strangers, Scott. Wow.
And the nice thing about it is she says, oh, can I call someone? I said, no, you know how it is, you hurt yourself and you try to be tough.
Yeah.
And you think, well, I'm okay. Well, inventory, my shoulder.
Ooh.
But other than that.
We hurting?
Stiff.
Okay. Stiff.
But when I hit that retainer wall, is I rolled into it. So
at least you rolled into it. Roll into me.
Yeah, there you go. All I know is this.
Delamitri.
I was showing my age.
Well, Scott, getting into in a bicycle accident always, I don't care how old you are. It's going to hurt,
Well, the big thing is now I'm going to put it on the bracket in the garage at least for a while and go back to that.
Yeah.
But
you're doing
overall,
all right? You're doing okay?
Well, considering you ever do something and you can move it, it's just stiff.
Yeah, just loosen up a little bit, Scott. Scott, I have something for you to maybe make you feel better, okay?
Yep.
This is from G-Dub, a.k.a. Greg in Appleton. He has submitted.
All right. Let me get on here before I do another commercial.
Hang on.
The kid is not.
I haven't vetted this.
Scott.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The kid is not tonight.
Scott. Makes me wanna run into a tree.
How's that one, Scott?
Play it one more time. Will you turn it up just a little?
Okay, all right.
Scott. Makes me wanna run into a tree.
Oh,
Scott.
What do you think of that, Scott?
Original,
music,
spontaneous. I give it an A only because of the fact that I never would have thought about that.
Yeah, running into a tree. You just run into a retaining wall with a bike.
Well, that's getting G-Dub did that, right?
Yes, Greg in Appleton, a.k.a. G-Dub, yes.
I'll give it an A.
All right. Now, here's for that trivia, Scott.
Game on.
Aerosmith.
Shake It Up.
Cars.
Back to Paradise.
38 Special.
You know what movie that's from?
Back to Paradise.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Nice.
A View to a Kill.
Duran.
Yep. Paper Late.
Genesis.
Yep. To Turn It On Again.
Genesis.
Yep. Thunder Island.
Jay Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's a tough one. Midnight Blue.
Oh, Lou Graham.
Very good. If you would have said Foreigner, I would have gave you that too.
Lou Graham.
Because he used to sing with Foreigner.
Lou Graham.
Yeah.
You got it.
Let's groove. Let's groove tonight.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep. Deacon Blue.
Steely Dan.
Love you guys. Thank you to if the person listening that helped me yesterday. Thank you.
What's her name?
It was Sue, I think.
Sue.
Scott, Feel better, buddy. Much love.
Thank you. Love you guys.
If you get into an accident like that, just roll. Roll. Helps. This version sounds... Where's the lyrics? Just roll.
You couldn't hear the lyrics?
Well, I could, but it was... Oh. No, this one sounds like it's too forward.
I don't know what to tell you.
Where's the good versions? We're going to try this one, RJ. We're going to stick with it, too. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Something wrong and you can't put your finger on it right then. Roll to me. And I don't think I have ever seen a soul so in despair. So if you want to talk the night through, guess who will be there? So don't try to deny it, pretty baby. You've been down so long you can hardly see. When the engine stall and it won't stop raining, it's the right time to roll to me.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Brewers had yesterday off. Back at it tonight. Padres coming into town. Brewers 4-game win streak. And just as everyone thought and predicted that this would happen by this part of the season, that Aaron Ashby would lead the way in the majors with wins. How about that? Aaron Ashby, 7-0, an ERA of 2.08. Leads the way.
Is that good?
Yeah. I mean, if we still go on wins and losses with pitchers, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not really a thing anymore, is it?
Chris Sale and Jose Soriano tied for second. They're 6-2. George Kirby, Davis Martin, Landon Arup, Cam Schlittler, Paul Skeens, Michael Soroka, Gavin Williams, Justin Robolski. They're all tied for fourth. They're at 5 and they're tied for fourth right there. And then you go down. Aaron Savale. He's 12th. Remember him, RJ?
Yeah.
Remember Savale?
How many wins he's got?
He's got 4.
Hey,
look
how
at
many
him.
starts?
He has. He's 4-1. So there you go.
Okay.
Let's see here. Savale. Where'd you go, Savale? Game started 8. Aaron Ashby, though, just as everyone thought and predicted.
7-0.
Yeah. We all thought 7-0.
Look at us.
And also, just as everyone else predicted, maybe you could have predicted this a little more just because it's the Mets and it's funny. The only team on pace to lose 100 games this season, the New York Mets. Come on and meet the Mets.
Man, imagine leaving a good situation for your dream job.
Despite the high payroll, they've struggled significantly. Right now, their pace is 101 losses. What when you leave Milwaukee, what happens? Like, what happens to some of these guys?
No matter what position you are,
yeah,
you go down.
The fall off is crazy. What's that? Whoever leaves the Milwaukee Brewers in this golden age so far,
yeah,
the fall off has to be studied, man. That's who's done well.
Maybe Josh Hader. He had the little fall, but he's kind of back.
Man.
Not to where he was with the Brewers, though. It's like somehow the Brewers' infrastructure gets the most out of everybody.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the little Derbs? Did he even... I know they're booing him in Boston. Did he ever make it out alive? Did the Green Monster eat him up? I forgot about the little Derbs. He had a hell of a little run there, albeit brief, with the Brewers. Emphasis on little, too.
Hey, he went for Rookie of the Year, man.
Yeah. The fall off, man, is crazy. David Stearns, you get all kinds of money, and now you're on pace to lose 101 games with the New York Mets. Oofta. Yeah, and I don't even think it's much.
Oh, he's hitting 173. Ooh, career though 238. So look out.
The little Derbs, the little Derby Derbs.
Derby Derbs. How are you hitting 178 and have a .4 WAR?
Baseball's got some. I saw a
Must
game.
have some great defensive stats.
I think it was a college game where they had no hits, but they won 3-0 over a team over the weekend.
All right.
The other team had 5 errors. I forget what team it was, but I remember looking at the box score and be like, "How do you have no hits but you win 3-0?" Oh, the other team had 5 errors.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Yep, Brewers Padres. You got Brandon Sprout on the mound. Remember mad we used to get about Manny Machado?
Yeah.
I don't even really think about him anymore.
It'll still happen. He'll still get booed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't even really think about Manny Machado anymore. Brewers hot at home. They're looking to keep that home streak going. Again, 4-0. Let's see here. Milwaukee, 13-8 in home games. The Brewers have a 14-4 record in games when they record at least 8 hits. So let's hit the ball a little bit.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's see here. Bryce Terang, 298 batting average to lead the Brewers. 8 doubles, a triple, 6 homers. William Contreras, 14 for 40 with a home run and 10 RBIs in the past 10 games. And then there is that Manny Machado. 4 doubles, 6 home runs, and 20 ribbies for the Padres. With Ty France being 10 for 35 with a double, 2 triples, and 3 homers in the last 10 games. Brewers, the last 10 games, check this out. 7-3, 244 batting average, 2.53 ERA, and outscored opponents by 24 runs.
Oh, here's the headline from yesterday.
Yes.
Red Sox, Caleb Durbin, not letting struggles at the plate affect his fine play at third base.
No, there you go. The little Derbs. About 5'6", but plays like he's 6 feet tall out there on third base. Caleb Durbin.
That seems to be the headlines in Boston. While Red Sox Caleb Durbin has struggled offensively, one area has been exceptional. DMing from the dugout.
Direct message. The Derby girls in Boston. Well, we know
I think
when
they're called the Dabby Girls.
the Dabby girls. Well, we know though when he stopped, because we know this for a fact. Caleb Durbin last season, while struggling at the plate, was DMing, Snapchatting our own Kate Fox's friend.
Mm-hmm.
We have the receipts. We have the messages.
We do.
And then when he stopped doing it from the dugout, that's when he started finally hitting better. So, new scene for Caleb Durbin, a new Dabby girls.
Is that around the same time Siegler started DMing people too?
I think Siegler was like a month later.
Okay.
I think it was like a month later. All right, we'll take a... Oh, I think you are right, Kinger. I think the Brewers game tonight is on over-the-air free TV.
Oh, okay.
I do believe so. On channel here in Madison, anyways, 3.2. I do believe. I'll double-check that, though. We'll come right back. Stick around.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
As God intended, well, the sports gods anyways. Tonight, indeed, the Milwaukee Brewers game will be on over-the-air free TV.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's not free if you don't have an antenna. You got to go buy an antenna and then screw it into the back of your TV. This is what I love about some people. Like,
Oh, well,
huh?
what about Mike? He's got lead paint on his wall and can't
Mike,
get the reception.
Mike, when you chip off the lead paint, don't eat it. Make sure you throw it away. Therefore, then the TV signal can get in, and you can watch with your over-the-air digital antenna. Again, for the Madison area, it's on 3.2 TVW. Let's see here. La Crosse, Eau Claire, WKBT TV. Let's see, where else here? Wausau, Rhinelander, WSAW TV, or WZAW-LD, or WYOW. Right? You guys got the options. And on Green Bay, WGBA TV. So there you go.
You guys got options.
There's 3 of them.
Hey.
Damn. No, but the next one will be next Tuesday. So you get the 12th, the 19th, then June 2nd, August 4th, August 18th, August 25th, and then finishing up September 8th. And your games, Padres obviously tonight. Next week will be the Cubs. Then the Giants, who are just god-awful. Then you got the Pirates, the Mariners, who the big dumper, by the way, the big dumper for the Mariners. He can't hit the ball to save his life.
0-34?
Yeah, he can't. He can't hit anything. He can't hit diddly poo. And then the final game will be September 8th against the Cubs. So there you go. You got 2 Cubs games on there. On over-the-air free TV, as it should be. Let's see here. What did old Rick Schlesinger say here? Expanding our reach is the highest priority for us, regardless of where fans live or how they watch. Fans can now take in games through various options, including cable or satellite, local TV, streaming on Brewers.tv and on MLB.tv, and MLB Extra Innings for those living outside of our television territory. How about that? Cable, satellite, local TV, streaming, Brewers TV, MLB TV, and MLB Extra Innings. You got 7 different options to watch the Milwaukee Brewers. Yet still feel like it's the hardest team to watch.
Let's go. 7.
But here, again, is DirecTV still in like a dispute with CBS?
Yes.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay. People with DirecTV, listen to me. If you want to watch your Milwaukee Brewers tonight, I don't want to see a Facebook post or a social media post being like, man, I sure wish I could watch the Brewers. I wish DirecTV would figure it out with CBS. I don't want to see it.
Well, they get the channel. DirecTV has the Brewers channel.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're good then? They just can't watch CBS then?
Right.
Okay. Because before it was, I can't watch the Brewers. You got to figure it out. It's like, dude, just get an over-the-air free digital antenna. You plug it in, and you can watch it.
Yeah.
But we're good now.
Couldn't watch the Masters.
We're good now, though.
Can't watch the Open Championship when that's on.
Okay.
One of them's on NBC, so they'll be able to watch that.
Very good. Good. 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
As I said before, because of my distance from Madison or Wausau, unless I have a rooftop antenna, I don't get over-the-air TV from Madison.
You know, they make a booster.
But I got it worked out, though.
Oh. Yeah, didn't you get your mom's password for something else?
He's got a legal channel.
Yes, I did.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother.
Yeah,
Mother Portage.
I now have DirecTV Stream and YouTube TV, both.
Nice.
Well, it's not on YouTube TV. I'll let you know that.
I know that, but I'm not going to be watching that anyway, so I'm not really worried about it.
Okay.
I got other obligations tonight.
What's that?
One of Ruthie's sporting events.
Oh. What sport?
Shot put at desk.
Oh, nice. Go, Ruthie. Nice. Let's go.
We were at an event the other day, and obviously this is middle school, so I care about Ruthie doing good, but some girl that was competing against her threw a discus 107 feet. I'm like, holy cow.
Seems like a long ways.
That is a long ways.
Yeah.
Especially with those I can't throw one of those discs like 30 feet. Jeez.
I'm sure you could throw it farther than that, Mike. Give yourself a little credit here.
I guess I could. They're kind of heavy, though. It's kind of heavy.
No, I think that's the point. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
The Brewers, though, baby. I didn't get called yesterday. But how could this weekend not fire you up? Brewers baseball.
No, I was really fired up. You were pumped up, Mike. Yeah, I was surprised you didn't call him yesterday to talk about it. You were really fired up.
I had to work early, kind of busy yesterday.
Okay.
Today's not so busy, so I called today,
That's cool.
The Miz. What is it? 10 people now has the top 10 fastest pitches by a starting pitcher in baseball history, and they all happen on Fridays. Is that the way I read that right?
Yeah, he's the man, dude. He's the ace. He's the ace now.
Definitely going to earn that All-Star nod that he got last year after 2 games or whatever it was.
Totally, yes. Should be in some Cy Young consideration.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Michael, anything else? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and for everybody out there that's like, oh, why is CC Sabathia going on the Wall of Fame? People, him and Ryan Braun are the reasons why the Brewers made the playoffs in 2008 and why the Brewers have continued to make their way they're a main part of why they are what they are now. They started the trend. They started the ball rolling downhill. It doesn't make any sense, but
yes.
Sebastian deserves to be on that Wall of Fame. Heck, Ryan Braun deserves to have his number retired, so.
I know, Ryan Braun's the man.
He should be. Number 8, retire it. He never had groin.
I don't even care if he did. Mike, we love you, buddy.
All right.
That's it. Nope. He gave himself the hook there.
He did.
Yeah.
You didn't even get to ask him if he had anything else.
I know I said it. See, I don't know what else to say. I want to say something else. I just don't know what to say.
Next time, just say, "Why are you still talking?" not to Mike, but in general. Instead of,
hey, why are you still talking?
Hey, you got anything else? Hey,
why are you still talking?
Oh, you're still here? Go home.
I kind of like that, actually. All right, 608 321 1670. We'll take a little break.
How low can you go? Death row? What a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Public enemy number 1. 5 said freeze. And I got young. Then I told never had a gun. But it's the wax and the Terminator X1. Got me in a cell, cause my records they sell. Cause a brother like me said, well, Farrakhan's a prophet and I think you wanna listen to. What he can say to you. What you ought to do is follow for now. How will the people say? Make a miracle. Pump the lyrical. Black is back all in. We're gonna win. Check it out. Yeah, y'all, come on. Here we go again. Turn it up. Bring the noise. Turn it up. Bring the noise.
You're crazy. This is Over the Line.
Have you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
welcome back in. Got a text here from our guy Soul Surfer. Says, hey, I'll be at the Brewers game on Thursday. Hopefully I can boo Manny Machado. He didn't forget. Also, if you're going up there, I did see this. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the fans bringing in spaghetti? Remember that?
Yeah.
Last week, I think. I saw someone had tweeted out, like, we got curious that the Brewers fans had done this. What are the food policies of all 30 Major League Baseball teams to find out which teams would allow this as well, the spaghetti policy? And actually, you can add, let's see here, the Diamondbacks, the Braves, the Orioles, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Reds, the Guardians, the Rockies, the Astros, the Royals, the Angels, the Marlins, obviously the Brewers, the Twins, the Yankees, the Pirates, Padres, Giants, Mariners, Blue Jays, Nationals. So you can, that's a lot of teams you can bring your own spaghetti into. Look at that. Now, if you're going to a game, today, tonight, tomorrow, Thursday, would you bring in your own food like that? Or do you think someone would be embarrassed? Or have you ever been in a group of someone I'm embarrassed to do that. I can't be doing that. I told this to my wife, and she immediately was like, can we do this? I want to go to a game now.
I actually want to go to a game now. Oh, okay. Let's do it.
I said, yeah. But then she just doesn't. Here's the one thing about Jenny. She just doesn't want to watch baseball.
Well, you don't have to once you get in there.
No, you can enjoy your spaghetti,
Yeah, eat your spaghetti and, yeah.
I will say depending on what game you go to. Now, over the weekend, if you went to one of those games, it was awesome, right? You had the Miz, who was a flamethrower. You had the comeback from Wild Bill. The comeback with the walk-off homer on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Those are exciting games. My wife has every time she goes to a Brewers game, it's always one of those games where it's not the most entertaining. Remember when we went last year?
Yeah.
And the Brewers got just shellacked.
Who was it? Elvis
Rodriguez was the starting pitcher.
Yeah, nobody was having a good time that day.
No. That's why we all got really drunk. Let's see, your Soul Surfer. Yeah. Did we discuss if we put beer in a Ziploc or not? I don't think it can be a liquid.
Yeah. Liquids have to be in like a 12-ounce sealed bottle.
Yeah, a lot of policies,
clear liquid.
They restrict alcohol, glass cans, and open drink containers. I think it's got to be a food.
Yeah.
Now, I think someone called in and said, what's a frozen margarita? Is that not on the rocks, but like a blended margarita? What's that then?
Is it in a unbroken sealed container?
No, it'd be in a plastic bag.
Yeah, but
I don't know. All right.
Well, I guess they did allow the spaghetti sauce in.
So, Soul Surfer, maybe you could freeze the beer. I don't know. Bring in two separate Ziplocs. Be like, hey, which one's allowed, which one isn't? Then you got to choose before you go in. All right, we'll come right back soon.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Milwaukee Brewers had yesterday off. They currently sit 22-16 on the year. That's good for second in the NL Central. 3.5 games below the Cubs for first place. Milwaukee is currently riding a 4-game win streak, and manager Pat Murphy credits the bullpen for their most recent sweep of the New York Yankees.
Pitching staff, it doesn't go unnoticed. Those guys. You got Harrison, never been a full-time guy in the big leagues. You got Chad Patrick, first time in the pen. DL Hall emerging as a leverage guy, and what Ashby's done is amazing. So if you think about it, that's pitching that was against that lineup. Best record in baseball. It was outstanding. But you got to, again, mention Contreras because he does it on both ends of the ball.
The Brewers will now send Brandon Sproat to the mound. He's 0-2 with a 5.87 ERA opposite of Padres' Matt Waldron. First pitch against San Diego from American Family Field tonight is at 6:40. Turning to the Bucks, it's reported that Milwaukee is open for business on trade calls and offers for the two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam had said they want a resolution before the NBA draft, which is less than 6 weeks away.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers are currently in Phase 2 of their offseason program with on-field non-contact workouts and OTAs. Phase 3 will begin starting May 26th through June 18th, but the only mandatory part will be June 9th through the 11th, which will be mandatory minicamp. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2. NFL schedule releasing on Thursday, but we are getting some leaks. Let's see here. The newest one. Kinger says, breaking news. The Kansas City Chiefs will play the Denver Broncos on Monday, September 14th for the first Monday night game of the season. What's some other ones we got?
The Packers could still play a home game because the Badgers are playing there because the 13th is the first Sunday of the NFL season.
Yes.
So they could play Thursday night, Sunday.
So, the Badgers are playing on the 6th.
Yep.
And then the next weekend would be the first Sunday, week 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, September 9th, the Seahawks are playing...
That's right, we got Wednesday games.
TBA at Seattle on NBC for a 7:20 kickoff. Thursday, September 10th, Niners go to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. Or, I'm sorry, they go to Australia, excuse me. Thursday, September 10th in Melbourne, Australia on Netflix. On Netflix, you'll have Rams-Niners. Sunday, September 13th, it's the first Sunday night game. Cowboys at Giants. That's at 7:20. Week 2, you'll have Lions at Bills. That's an Amazon. That's a Prime game. Week 3 so far, Ravens versus Cowboys. That's in Rio de Janeiro on CBS or Paramount Plus. Now, that game is going to be at 3:25. Ravens-Cowboys in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Week 4, in London, the Commanders will take on, to be announced. That'll be at 8:30 Central. Week 5, Sunday, October 11th, another London game. The Jaguars will take on, to be announced. Week 6, Sunday, October 18th, another London game.
London.
The Jags versus Texans. So Jaguars go back-to-back in London. Texans will be there. Week 10, so we're going week 6 now to week 10. That's a Sunday, November 15th in Munich, Germany. The Lions will take on whoever gets on the Autobahn to face them. Still to be announced.
Whoever gets on the Autobahn.
And then week 11, the Niners will be in Mexico City. That's in Mexico against to be announced. Then we'll go to Thanksgiving Eve, Wednesday, November 25th. This is on Netflix. Not sure who yet, though. TBA, first TBA. But then on Thanksgiving, you'll get on CBS and Paramount Plus, TBA at Detroit against the Lions, Eagles at Cowboys, and then TBA at TBA.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotta love that one.
CBS, Fox, and NBC. That's on Thanksgiving. Then on Black Friday, on Prime, you'll get TBA versus TBA. That's a 2 o'clock game. Let's see here. Why even list these? On Saturday,
the TBAs.
On Saturday, December 19th, on Fox, you'll get TBA versus TBA. And then on CBS, you'll get TBA versus TBA.
What's big about the 19th? Is that just a Monday night? What is that?
It's this Saturday, December 19th.
Oh.
TBA versus two TBAs versus two TBAs. And then Thursday, week 16 on Amazon, you get TBA at TBA.
Yeah, there's
all these other games are just TBA. It's just Friday games, Saturday games. Yeah. And so you get to, now it's just Netflix's and ESPN. Yeah.
You know what I love? Friday night NFL.
Well, you'll
That
get
sounds horrible.
You'll get some of that, RJ. Let's see here. You'll get a couple Fridays. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, well, that's what December 25th. You'll get 3 Friday games: Netflix, and Fox. So there you go. The schedule dripping slowly out. 608-321-1670. So if you want to watch it all, just from what's released right now, you're going to need, obviously, this is just streaming. So Netflix, Prime, Paramount Plus in case you don't get CBS. Let's see here. That's about it, right? Netflix, Paramount, and Prime. Yeah, so you'll need those. Oh, and Peacock, another Peacock one. So there you'll need that. 608-321-1670. Line 1. Good morning.
Oh.
Well, you were right there. Wow. Let's try it again. Line 2. Good morning. Hello. Line 2. Hello. Tough. That is just a tough scene right there. That's just no good. 608-321-1670. If you want to go for third time's the charm? No? Yeah? No? All right, so how about this? You get World Cup upcoming as well. This is funny to me. I like this. NFL players don't. So the 2026 FIFA World Cup kicking off in like a month, right? And work is underway to install grass surfaces in NFL stadiums for the world's top soccer players. Now, remember, RJ, NFL players have spent years and years and years advocating for safer, high-quality grass fields.
Quality H2O.
At their place of work, right? Like, look at when Aaron Rodgers went down with the Achilles injury.
Yep.
You know, everyone was up in arms, myself included, about the nasty, bad turf that they have there. Hey, David Bakhtiari was on a campaign, like he doesn't play football anymore, but he's on a campaign to help his fellow brothers out, especially Aaron Rodgers. And he was like, "Dude, this is ridiculous.
This is whack."
He's like, "Why can't we have this nice grass? Why revert back to this nasty like turf stuff that stinks?"
And that all came about because those stadiums are all putting down sod for the World Cup.
Yeah,
they're like, excuse me.
Yeah.
How come they get it?
So the 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off about a month. Work is underway to install fresh grass surfaces in all these NFL stadiums for the world's top soccer players. The NFL Players Association posted about this. NFL players have spent years advocating for safer, higher quality grass fields at their place of work. But when the World Cup is over, most of these stadiums that are installing this high quality grass, they will revert back to turf for the NFL season. Our players deserve workplaces that prioritize their preference and protect them against the weekly wear and tear of the game and support their long-term health and performance.
I will say the Meadowlands might be, or MetLife Stadium, whatever, might be a little difficult because when you have two teams sharing, you're probably going to basically have the full slate of games on that field.
I've seen those turfs be like rolled in, they roll them in. Well, if you're have two different ones. You can roll one over the other.
But you're also then in New York where you can't really do that either.
That's
I mean, you have it because what? I think can Dallas do that? Can roll away their field and
there's a couple. Arizona can. There's a couple stadiums. Remember the Super Bowl? They had the sod.
The sod father
father
from golf.
Yeah.
And nobody liked that field.
Now, the NFL's position is that the injury rate on grass and turf are the same. And that overlooks the reality when players who strongly prefer grass, regardless of injury rate, say like this: the grass fields absorb forces created by the human body better. Turf fields send the forces back into the player's joints and bones. They say anyone who's ever done anything on artificial turf knows the difference the next morning, the moment they try to climb out of bed. The league says, no. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
No.
But with all these soccer players coming in from across the world for the World Cup, we'll oblige them. We'll oblige them. But for you, kick rocks, man. Good luck getting all that turf, that artificial turf, those little pellets out of your butt when you're washing your ass after a game. Those things never go away.
No, they don't.
They never go away. So there you go. If you're a soccer player, you get the beautiful, beautiful sod, the beautiful grass. You're here experiencing the Americas, and you're just like, oh, this is so nice. But for the people that play American football, they ripped that grass away from them and said, no, you had to play an artificial, and you're going to like it. 608-321-1670, line 1, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Mickey. What's going on, Mickey?
How are you? How are you today, Bo?
I am on cloud 9. No, I'm fantastic, Mickey. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, man, I wanted to do the Mad Max intro, and then I forgot. It's like, wake up something, Ebo.
Sheeple.
Something. Yeah.
Wake up,
from
sheeple.
The tunnels of, from the tunnels of race. Well, from the marshes of Masshole.
The marshes. From the depths of the massholes.
Yeah, I need to pay attention and listen to that intro once in a while. Pull that off.
Well, he may. Someone else is on hold. He might be after you. We could be obliged. We'll see.
Oh, all right. Awesome. Yeah, sorry about the first 2 phone calls. That was me.
That was you?
My phone froze. Yeah, I kept trying to unmute, and the phone just froze, so I had to end the call. So I'm sorry.
That's all right. We don't apologize here, Mickey, but that's okay. But I appreciate that.
Yeah, F you, buddy. I did that on purpose.
Yeah. Well, you just got to blame. You don't blame yourself. You blame someone else. You don't apologize. You just blame someone else.
It was the government.
It was your provider, your service provider.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the government's always listening. They didn't want to complain. They didn't want me complaining today, so they hung up.
See, there we go. You get it.
Did you watch any hockey last night, RJ?
No, I actually kind of forgot there were games on last night.
Oopsies.
Oops.
There was no baseball, so and the Avalanche were playing, so it was a really fun game.
5-2 winners.
Look at that.
What's that?
5-2 winners. The Avalanche.
Yeah. The last 2 goals were with an open net in the last 2 minutes. So.
I watched a little NBA playoffs. I didn't hockey. I dabbled in the NBA playoffs. It was okay.
I can't get myself to watch the NBA lately. It just, I don't know.
My full attention wasn't on it, I'll say that.
Yeah, it's like background daytime soap opera stuff now.
Yeah.
Like it just runs in the background to have some noise in the house.
It's just like...
I mean, I went from watching almost every game of Atlanta Hawks. So I actually like basketball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The NBA is not calling to me lately. But yeah, hockey was fun.
The NBA hasn't really called much to me either. It's very...
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know how to put words into it. It's just lackluster.
Yeah. I think maybe because there's no... LeBron is an aging superstar and you don't have anyone that's exciting. Like, you look at Wemby and it's like watching a giant noodle play. It's like a Sesame Street character,
It truly is. When you're at like a pool and you see a bunch of kids with those long noodles and they're hitting each other with it, you're like, God, they're so annoying. That's what I view Wemby as, like one of those long pool noodles. I'm like, God, it's annoying.
There's a great Muppets episode with, sorry, I meant Muppets when I said Sesame Street, but there's a great Muppets episode with, what's her name, Wonder Woman?
Like the old
Where-
Wonder Woman?
Yeah, the only Wonder Woman. Yes, the gorgeous one.
Linda Carter. Not
Yes,
Gal
Linda
Gadot. We
Carter.
don't recognize Gal Gadot. Linda Carter.
No, Linda Carter.
Linda Carter.
Oh man, she is wow.
Yeah. Gal
So,
Gadot,
yeah,
terrible actress. Ugh.
There's a Linda Carter version. Of I forget the song. With the Muppets. Look it up. It's a cool song. She sings it really well. But that's what Wemby looks like, because there's like these long string-like characters that are walking around her, and you basically just see their legs. That's what it looks like watching him play.
And like every time he's blocking someone, I'm like, but that's a goaltend. Like I swear every time he's like, well, that's goaltending. The ball's always coming down. He's been swatting it. Like, that's goaltending.
He got a flagrant 2 or something the other day, so that was rare, but it happened.
Yeah. I think I'm just getting
Yeah,
old.
but hockey was fun. I mean, I'm pumped for the Avs. They looked. Last night I was thinking, okay, if they beat the Wild this game at home in Minnesota, then I think they're gonna destroy them next game. So let's see. Yeah. They kind of killed the fight from the Wild towards the end there, so that was nice.
How are your
I'm a
Braves
Colorado
doing, Mickey?
fan.
How are they doing?
They're doing well.
28
Beat the
13.
Dodgers.
Wow.
They're about to play the Cubs, so this should be interesting.
Go Braves.
Go Braves. There you go. Arr.
Well, I'm all in. I'm tomahawk chopping.
Wait, can I not do that on air?
No, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I'll allow it.
Why can't
I'm doing
you
it
do
right now.
It's a team cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep, should be a good round of baseball games today. Padres, Brewers should be fun.
Yep.
There's a lot of home game top teams playing against each other, so should be a good set of series.
Hey, Mickey, you're top teams.
Top man,
Mickey, you're
top
smart.
teams.
Allegedly. Hantavirus. What do you think? We doomed?
You should have sucked that ship, man.
We doomed, Mickey?
They should have sunk that shit.
I know. I don't know why they brought it back. I would have sent torpedoes.
Isn't that the definition of a quarantine? You're on a ship in the middle of the ocean, away from the rest of humanity.
Yeah.
Stay there. Just stay there.
I would have said sorry as I hit the button to send the missiles from the jets and the torpedoes from the subs. Sorry.
Oops.
Yeah, isn't the U.S. government doing that now? Like, oh, oops, we thought it was a fishing boat. Oh, yeah, no, they were carrying cocaine.
Yeah, you could have fishing boats or innocent families. I mean, they did the innocent family thing for eons. What's wrong with this ship full of hantavirus? Doop. Button. Doop.
Yeah, too many white people. They're not going to blow them up.
I would have pressed it. Doop.
But you're a discerning individual, Lebo.
I wouldn't even thought twice about it. Doop.
I just don't want another pandemic. Just release the Epstein files, please. We just want pedophiles in jail. We don't want war with Iran. We don't want $5, $6 gas.
No.
We just want to watch our sports with spaghetti bags. Just freaking let us live. Damn.
Just let us do our thing.
Boop. I'll press the button. I'll press the button.
Exactly. That's all we want. That's all we want. You don't even want, if you don't want to release the Epstein files, it's fine. Just don't give us all the other stuff either. Like, continue your pedophilia. Well, don't, but, like.
I don't even care about the aliens. Just doop.
Yeah, I actually don't care about the aliens.
I don't
Can
care.
you imagine 20 years ago saying that?
No,
like we were so obsessed with the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Had enough of this.
Not at all.
Quicksand and aliens.
I don't even care about the aliens anymore. I don't care. I was big a big hardo on aliens for the longest time. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
No, I don't care about lizard people. I don't care about aliens.
No. What am I going to do? Nothing. I will press
Just
that
give
button.
me my $2 gas back.
Yep.
Or $3 gas back.
Mickey?
Eva, this is funny. I wanted to see how long you'd go before saying anything else. So.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, RJ, did you hear what RJ suggested I say?
Wrap it up, Buttercup?
No. Why are you still talking? Mickey, why are you still talking?
I'm sure you lost a few callers, listeners using this brand.
I don't want to hit this button, but I hit the other button for the hantavirus ship, but I'm unfortunately going to hit this button instead, Mickey. We love you.
Bye, Evo.
Oh, man. I'd press the button, RJ. I'd press it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. So that ship ain't coming back. You tell me that ship's riddled with hantavirus? It ain't coming back.
Yeah, no. That
We're not ready for this.
Gotta
Right.
go scuttle that ship.
That thing ain't coming back.
Take that back out in the ocean and just put it down.
I mean, 2020, it still feels like 2020 was like 2 weeks ago. In my mind, it wasn't that long ago. That's 6 years.
Yeah.
Feels like it was just the other week. I'm not ready for hantavirus.
St. Patrick's Day, 2020.
Give me the button. I'll press it. All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. Phone calls, hang on.
So here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm a Superman. I'm trying to keep the ground on my feet. It seems the world's falling down around me. The nights are all long. I'm singing the song to try and make the answers more than maybe. And I'm so confused about what to do. Sometimes I want to throw it all away. So here I am.
Red 7!
I don't know what Red 7 means.
This is Over the Line.
Hot route! I don't. What is hot route? Will you just go stand on the other side, please?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
right, welcome back in. Brewers Padres tonight. Got Giannis watch now as apparently the Bucks are taking calls on the two-time MVP. They're ready. Jimmy Haslam was talking last week that they want to get it done before the NBA draft. That's about 6 weeks, so you're on Giannis watch. Line 2, thanks for waiting on hold. Who do we got?
Kyrie Kumase.
Kyrie, Mr. Eric on I-90. What's up, brother? What's going on?
Gotta take care of some business first. Thanks for all the support for the rummage sale.
Of course,
wow.
Eric. How'd it go?
It went awesome. Up over $4,000.
Damn, hell yeah.
$4,000.
Nice. Love it.
That's a nice rummage sale.
Love to hear it.
That's some good money. I tell you what, I'm thinking about just doing that for a living. I'm not gonna use somebody $4,000 in 3 days.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just a giant rummage sale. My life could just be a giant rummage sale, and I could, shift some donations out of that for something. The human fund.
People do that essentially. Like they go to, they're called resellers, and dub it as like a vintage market, right. And they just go to like St. Vinny's and go digging, and Goodwill and go digging, and garage sales and estate sales. You could do that. I think it's a lot of work though.
But then, then you got your people though that you'd have to deal with these people, and these people are not my favorite. You're cleaning up afterwards, or tearing everything down, boxing everything up. And they're coming in and they're like, are you closing up? We had one woman come in. Listen, you seen the picture of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You seen the picture, right?
Yeah.
All right. In less than 3 hours, all that stuff is torn down. The tents, everything is boxed up.
Uh-huh.
The army of people that come in there.
Yeah.
It's like ants. It's like ants on a sucker. It's unbelievable. And the driveway's empty, and this lady comes, parks, walks around on empty concrete, and looks around and then leaves. And I'm like, how stupid do you have to be?
Well, maybe she was just making sure. Maybe she was just making sure. Like,
Oh.
Is an HOA involved? Maybe she was head of the HOA. She wanted to make sure everything was...
No, there's no HOA down there. No.
That's good.
But otherwise, minus those people, yeah.
You ever have someone come and break some of your stuff that you have for a garage sale?
I didn't see anybody break anything. No, I didn't.
We had these after my grandfather had passed away. We were doing a garage sale, some of the stuff, and we had this it's like some old china. It was like this old. It was like I don't know how to describe it. They're like two figurines of people, and they're like old. Someone picked it up and then broke it. They broke it. It was a really cool piece. And they brought it up and said, I actually just broke this. It was really nice. It was expensive, too. And then they just set it down, and then they left. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you should at least buy it.
They're like, hey, just to let you know I broke this. And then they left.
Thank you.
If I'd have been standing there, I'd have been like, hey,
hey, you're paying for that.
Not up in here. Not up in here. You're paying for that. So this hantavirus, Are you implying that you might launch something at that ship? Is that what you're?
Well, the ship is back.
It's back.
I would have
take it out, but I mean, you would have taken it out.
Yes, easily.
You wouldn't even thought twice about it.
No.
Yeah, I have to wonder about that. I probably would have gave him a fighting chance. I might.
Well, I'd warn them. I'd be like, hey, there's a missile and a torpedo coming. I'll give you a warning. So if you want to try and swim back, if you make it, then good on you.
Well, you can't swim if you got that hantavirus. So if you made it back, you would probably be. That'd be a good way to make sure you didn't have it, right? nobody's going to swim that far with hantavirus.
Well, you're still giving there's a chance, though, maybe.
Right. I think I would have handled it a little differently. I may have been like, say, let's just pretend that I'm the in charge of human health in the United States or in any country. You don't want it in any country. I'd have said, you know what? I'll tell you what. We've got a new assignment for you. We want you to report to the Strait of Hormuz, and we're going to have you make a run. We're going to have you make a run here and see if there's any mines in the way. We'll just have other boats follow you.
You know what?
Through.
You know what? That's a great idea. Actually, it's more useful than mine of just blowing it out of the water. You're at least giving it a it's like a. You have ulterior motives.
Yeah. We're going to give you a chance. I don't even know why they couldn't have left that boat out to sea. I mean, we've got submarines. We've got we refuel. We can refuel anywhere. We can send food out there for them.
Yeah.
Just let it sit out there till this has run its course at least, and then bring them back for scientific discovery. But I mean, some sort of island where you would take like the doctor from Silence of the Lambs, where they were going to let him go and sit out, that little island he wanted to go to.
Going to have
and
a
do some
friend over for
rubber suits.
Yeah.
Rubber suits
Yeah.
and all that stuff, So I think that would have been a much better plan. Oh,
Yep.
I wanted to talk about Mrs. I-90. What a great, lovely bride I have. We were driving around on Mother's Day, and she got some snack mix, and I was starving. And I said, it was trail mix, not snack mix, because you're supposed to eat it on the trail. But anyways, we weren't on the trail. We were on I-90, and I call it I-90 mix. So I was like, she gets it, and I said, give me some of that I-90 mix. And she's like, it's got raisins in it. I'm like, no!
Oh. You don't like the raisin? You don't like the raisin?
An I-90 mix. She picked the raisins out for me.
Oh.
She's giving me a little handful.
Why don't you like the raisin?
Free. I hate raisins.
Remember?
I just can't.
Do you like
stand
grapes?
He's gone over the whole 2 scoops thing.
Yeah, but do you like grapes?
2 scoops? Would you like to have been there when they discovered raisins? I mean, they'd go outside and they'd be laying out in the sun, right? That had to be the first raisin found, just laying on a picnic table.
Hey, look at this dried up grape.
Like, geez. Right, and they're super hungry.
Yeah.
Right? And Ma came out and said, who didn't put the sunscreen on the grapes? They're all dried up. It's terrible. Can you put sunscreen on a grape? Would that save it from becoming a raisin? I don't know. I went to a place where they sliced the grapes this weekend. Sliced the grapes, and I didn't even understand why. I'm like, okay, somebody's found a new fruit now. I'm going to tell you something. If you take and I love green grapes. I I could just eat them by the handful.
Yeah.
Right? If they put green grapes in I-90, my I-90 mix would have green grapes in it. Not raisins.
What about green raisins?
Yeah, what about green raisins?
If I was going to make the perfect trail mix, it would have I-90 trail mix would have regular grapes in it. Let's see and peanuts in the shell. It would be wholesome. It'd be the whole deal. Peanuts in the shell, full grapes, and then probably a really fancy chocolate.
Oh.
Big chocolate squares.
Okay.
That's what my trail mix would be
Ghirardelli? Like those chocolate squares?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
All right.
It'd be as big as a grocery bag. That'd be my trail mix. All right, I'm talking now.
Eric, we missed you too, buddy. We missed you too, Eric.
I missed you guys too.
I'm glad the garage sale went well.
Yesterday morning.
I'm glad garage sale went well.
Great day.
You too, Eric.
You too.
Yep.
See you, brother. See you. Kiriak. I was not prepared for that kumite.
No.
Likes grapes but doesn't like raisins.
Well, there's people who like pickles and don't like cucumbers, or cucumbers and don't like pickles.
That's true.
They're the same thing. Have you ever gotten one of those where it doesn't know what it is? It's like halfway in between a pickle and a cucumber?
Yeah, I still eat it because I like it.
Oh, no, so do I. But, like, you know, you bite in, you're like, whoa, this isn't what I was expecting.
All I got to do is take a break here. Well, some people like college basketball, not the NBA. Some people like NBA, not college basketball.
Well, some people like college sports over pro sports. And
Yeah, it's like, what do you like, a
everybody says
raisin
they're
or a
all pro
grape?
sports.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what is it? I mean, it's still the same food. It's just one's dried out, right?
It's like The Departed. At the end of the day, what's the difference?
Yeah. Thank you. What's the difference? We'll come right back.
You believe that you are special, that somehow the rules do not apply to you.
This is Over the Line.
Obviously, you are mistaken.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. NBA playoffs, Lake show, done. You know, Mickey just called in a little bit ago, was talking about the NBA playoffs kind of being just background noise, if you will. I had him on as background noise as well last night, and Lakers get eliminated. LeBron swept. He said he doesn't know his future.
I think you guys asked me about it, and I've answered questions. Yeah, I don't think I've come out like, oh, retirement is coming. So... I mean, with my future, I don't know. Obviously, I mean, obviously we're still fresh from, obviously losing, and
does he have a gambling
I
debt?
don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me.
No,
obviously,
he's not Michael Jordan.
As it stands right now tonight, I got a lot of time. I'll sit back, like I think I said it last year after we lost, I think to Minnesota. There, go back and recalibrate with my family and talk with them and spend some time with them. And then when the time comes, I obviously. You guys know what I decided to do.
Yeah, I mean, who's the megastar right now? I mean, LeBron James, obviously, he's about done.
Maybe,
that grape is now dried up into a raisin.
Maybe he's going to go make a move and get Giannis.
Lakers are on the list who want Giannis' services.
We will take Luka Doncic. Thank you.
He is a whiner and a flopper, though. Luka is. That's a lot of people in the NBA, though.
Yeah, but he's good.
He is good, but God, is he just whine every single possession? He's whining.
Well, maybe.
But he is good.
Here, we'll be like, hey, stop
But he
that.
is good. No, they.
Did it really start when he got to the Lakers, though?
No, it just ramped up more.
Was he? I can honestly say I haven't.
He ramped up more.
Paid close attention to his.
He already gets a
career at
whistle, a lot of whistle. Now he whines even more. It's like, dude, you're so good at basketball. It's why do you have to whine so much? But yeah, Giannis on the short list, I guess. Lakers on the short list for Giannis. 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
Terry from the north
There
side.
he is, Terry Bear. What's up, Terry?
Well, I got a few things as normally, so I'm going to try to make them all
Let's
quick.
go, baby.
Number one, Giannis. Maybe next year, the year after, take a look at the Philadelphia 76ers center, Joel B., however you pronounce it. That's going to be Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah, them legs are going to go. They are. So what G-Rob, and the one thing I do like in the morning is Get Up. And they were talking about the Bucks' new ownership. And to keep Giannis in Milwaukee, they're going to have to throw huge amount of money, huge. Because in a trade, the Bucks are probably only going to get draft picks because if you're a player, who really wants to come to Milwaukee? Seriously, who would want to come to Milwaukee and go through that? So I think that made a lot of sense when the one player, the real host, said that. So you're going to have to look for a team that's got it. If you're Giannis, I don't know how big of a payday you want or how big of where you want to go. How big is winning championship too? But I do think it's a matter of time. If that next year, the year after, he is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers center. Play one, off one, play two, off two, maybe miss a month. You watch. He's done that this year. Time will tell. As far as tonight's game with San Antonio and Minnesota, if I'm Minnesota and I go get one of those guys that sit way to the end of the bench, I mean, way to the end. You know, sometimes those guys don't even get a seat. And as he goes to the hoop, the big center, I cut him low. I cut him, and so he gets suspended. Big deal. He's not going to play anyway. He gets fined. The team pays for it. In baseball, you throw a pitch and hit a guy in the head, I guarantee you the next guy is going to get hit.
So you want blood, Terry. You want eye for an eye.
I want someone to cut him. That was dirty. I mean, that was totally dirty to throw an elbow like that. That was entirely dirty. That may have been the worst play I've ever seen in the history of sport. Oh, absolutely. Throwing for 7 foot, what is he, 7'8", for God's sake?
He's
Throw an elbow like that?
Lanky.
He could have knocked that guy out.
Lanky.
You know? And so, yeah, if I'm Minnesota, if that coach has got any stomach on him at all, that'll happen early in the game. And then if a guy then again, you want a guy way to the end, like Giannis's brother or Kaminsky, somebody like that, to take him out. It's somebody who ain't going to get in the game anyway.
That's funny.
You know? Third of all, as far as your Brewers, I mean, there's no question that right now the Brewers are definitely a lot better team than the New York Yankees. A lot better.
They're hot, Terry. They're hot.
Well, do the Brewers end up going to New York this year at all to play the Yankees?
No. I don't
Yeah,
think.
so and the Dodgers will be coming in. Look, and don't be surprised. The Brewers
Dodgers are coming in next Friday.
And is that a series in Milwaukee and Los Angeles also?
Dodgers come to Milwaukee next Friday. And then the Brewers go out to L.A. in August, mid-August.
And don't be surprised the Brewers don't win all 6.
Hell right, Terry. Hell yeah.
You know? But then, Evo, the winds of October kick in. It's like Greg Gard, though, and I have to mention
Terry,
Greg Gard.
I have to tell you this all the time. I'm a Brewers fan. All I care about is the summer of fun. I love the summer of fun. That's where we make our bread and butter.
And you see, Greg Gard would agree with you. What happens in March really ain't important. It's what happens during November, December, and January and February. I mean, he even said that on a live talk show on an FM channel there, 100.5, whatever it is, a week or so ago. What happens in March really isn't. Well, he didn't say it wasn't important. He said you can't look at that as everything. I mean, to lose to a team that, like you, in your words, Evo, that's a country club for rich kids.
It's not my words. That's the truth. That's reality.
It is, and Greg Gard can't figure out how to stop them or beat them. So I mean that's going all over the place. But I think there's no question as far as your Brewers go, Evo.
Yeah,
they might be, and this year, next year, maybe the year after, the best team in baseball in the regular season.
I know, it's awesome. So the summer of fun, Terry. Yeah. Summer of fun.
And Evo, you know what you can do? And I have to answer. To put CC Sabathia out as the Brewer Hall of, them guys are really. I don't care. Hall of Shame is what you. No, the only two guys that belong out there are Yount and Molitor.
It's the wall of honor. It's different.
And Euchre, maybe Euchre. And it's funny when your radio announcer is your third best franchise player. For Mr. PED, Ryan Braun to be out there, and for guys like that to be out there,
the best.
Evo, come on. Your management's got to have more class than that.
It's not the Hall of Fame. It's the Wall of Honor. It's different.
A wall of honor, it should be the wall of shame.
It's different.
What does CC play? 6 weeks?
17 starts. 17 starts, 11-2, an ERA 1.65. 26 years not in the playoffs. CC got him there. Every 3-4
How many appearances does CC make with the Brewers?
17.
Pardon me?
17.
1-7.
He made 17 starts from the trade deadline until when the season ended from their last.
In a contract year.
Well, okay. Well, so then, if that's the case, then they should retire. Have a lot of guys out there.
No, just CC. We're good with him. It was
Well, in
amazing.
82, how about Cecil Cooper?
Cecil.
How about Sal Bando? How about Don Money?
Cooper.
How about Ben Ogilvy?
I believe they're.
How about Charlie Moore?
I think they're on the Wall of Honor. I think they're already there.
Those guys are all on there?
I'd have to go look, but I'm sure
I
a bunch
don't
of them
notice
are.
it out there.
Again,
No,
the Wall of Honor
but
is
the one
different
guy
than the
who
Hall
should
of
be
Fame.
there,
Yeah.
the one guy who should be out there that isn't,
People don't realize
is
this.
the first for Tommy Harper. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, 1970, and you might as well say it was an expensive year because his first year with Seattle was nothing.
Terry.
Tommy Harper. Put
Terry.
him in the Wall of Shame.
17 phone calls in when you first started calling in, your first 17. I knew this guy was destined for the Wall of Honor. You're in the Hall of Fame, the Wall of Honor for over the line, Terry, after 17 calls. We love you, Terry.
All right, brother.
That's it.
Take care. Go Cubs.
I don't know what people don't understand about this. I don't know how many times I have to say it. The Hall of Fame is not the Wall of Honor. The Wall of Honor is completely different than the Brewers Hall of Fame. There are two separate entities, and CC should be in both of them. We'll come right back.
You know, I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Wow. News of the weird coming up here. Rob Reichel, 8:20. We'll talk some NFL, Green Bay Packers with Robbie. But for news of the weird, gotta feel bad for this plumber and his plumber crack. A former Woolworths employee has been accused of wasting the Fair Work Commission's time for filing a compensation claim after feeling, quote, upset at being told to cover up his butt crack, his bum crack, his plumber's crack. In a decision published on Thursday, the Fair Work Commission Deputy President Alan Coleman said the Victorian man had lodged an application alleging he had been dismissed in breach of his workplace rights and he wanted compensation. And the man... While working a casual shift at a supermarket, he was told by a coworker that the cleft of his bottom was protruding from his trousers, and was suggested in rude terms that he cover up. He said because of his crack, the exposure of his butt crack, plumber's crack, his feelings were hurt, and therefore he couldn't work. He then filed a complaint and wanted compensation because of his inability to work after being told rudely to cover up his butt crack. The supermarket chain countersued the man. Hey, man. This guy was told to cover up his butt crack. His feelings got hurt. Had to go leave work because of emotional distress. Tried to sue for compensation and then got countersued. How about that? Hey, treat your plumber right. Let the crack breathe. Let it breathe, all right? Let the crack... Just turn a blind eye. Turn a blind eye to that crescent moon. All right, we'll talk a little... We got some Giannis coming up, some Packers as well. Stick around.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Milwaukee Brewers had yesterday off. They currently sit 22-16 on the year. That's good for second in the NL Central. 3.5 games below the Cubs for first place. Milwaukee is currently riding a 4-game win streak, and manager Pat Murphy credits the bullpen for their most recent sweep of the New York Yankees.
Pitching staff, it doesn't go unnoticed. You know, those guys. You got Harrison, never been a full-time guy in the big leagues. You got Chad Patrick, first time in the pen. DL Hall emerging as a leverage guy, and what Ashby's done is amazing. So if you think about it, you know, that's pitching that was against that lineup. Best record in baseball. It was outstanding. But you got to, again, mention Contreras because he does it on both ends of the ball.
The Brewers will now send Brandon Sproat to the mound. He's 0-2 with a 5.87 ERA opposite of Padres' Matt Waldron. First pitch against San Diego from American Family Field tonight is at 6:40. Turning to the Bucks, it's reported that Milwaukee is open for business on trade calls and offers for the two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam had said they want a resolution before the NBA draft, which is less than 6 weeks away.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers are currently in Phase 2 of their offseason program with on-field non-contact workouts and OTAs. Phase 3 will begin starting May 26th through June 18th, but the only mandatory part will be June 9th through the 11th, which will be mandatory minicamp. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Giannis Adetokounmpo. Ooh, Greek freak, please don't go. Giannis, stay in Milwaukee. Apparently the Bucks are open for business on trade calls and offers for the two-time MVP, Giannis Adetokounmpo. A robust market for his services. Robust market. And the front office of the Bucks maintained their trade deadline asking price of a young blue-chip talent and or a surplus. A surplus of draft picks. How could we end it all this way, Giannis? Actually, this seems like a very a mutual breakup. The world's first ever mutual breakup. People want to say, well, it sounds like the Aaron Rodgers saga. Does it? Does it? Is Giannis Adetokounmpo talking about going into a darkness retreat and then his GM, John Horst, is going to trade him while he has no cell phone service? While he's tripping balls off of ayahuasca in the jungles of Peru, finding himself? Or is Giannis just with his family at the Milwaukee Zoo over the weekend being like, hey, I wouldn't mind leaving. Could you make it happen? Would you be so kind? And John Horst is like, yeah, I think I could do that. You know, Brian Gutekunst hated Aaron Rodgers. Brian Gutekunst usually would go on the podium and he wouldn't really tell you much of anything. But if you asked him about Aaron Rodgers, he'd be like, yeah, that guy? I hate that guy. F that guy. That guy can go kick rocks, pound sand. I hope he overdoses on ayahuasca, which I don't think is possible. John Horst is like, love Giannis. Jimmy Haslam, as big of a scumbag that he is, he's like, yeah, we want to get this resolved as quick as possible. And Giannis, has Giannis really done anything wrong besides maybe not come out and fully said what he truly believes? Other than that, Giannis hasn't been an a-hole or anything. Aaron Rodgers versus Brian Gutekunst, that no way, shape, or form is that even close. The only thing you could say is close is they're both MVPs and both won a championship. Other than that, it's completely different. If it's like the Aaron Rodgers situation. No, it's not. It's not at all. So it's very it feels very mutual. Shams was talking about it. Now I finally believe Shams after 10 years of people reporting before him and now him. They finally will get the story right.
Sources tell me the Milwaukee Bucks are fully open for business on trades and offers around Giannis Antetokounmpo as we enter the NBA Draft Combine this week, and we're 6 weeks away from the NBA Draft itself. Bucks owner Jimmy Haslam said just last week that there will be a conclusion to this saga. It's been a 12-month ordeal for all of us. Yeah. But Jimmy Haslam said there will be a conclusion to this that will either result in him signing a long-term extension or a trade. But the conversation, any conversation that the Bucks are going to have with Giannis Antetokounmpo, from my understanding, it's going to be a very simple one. Do you want to stay here long-term and commit long-term in June? The answer from all accounts is going to be no. And at that point, the question is going to be, where does Giannis want to go? Where does he want to play for and commit long-term? Because he's got just one guaranteed year left on his deal. You guys know this, especially in the NBA. That gives a player of this caliber a ton of leverage, a ton of sway on where he ends up. John Horst, the Bucks general manager, has done everything. And I'm talking about everything the last 10 years to try to put together a winner around Giannis. They've traded for Drew Holiday, all of their draft picks. They've traded a bunch of assets away for Damian Lillard. They did the largest stretch and wave of a player in NBA history when they stretched Damian Lillard's $113 million contract. They put that on their books for the next 5 years, and then they went out and signed Miles Turner to a $108 million deal. They did that all to try to win around Giannis. The reality has been setting in, though, for the Bucks. And now they're going to do their best to work with Giannis over the next several weeks. And there's going to be a bunch of teams. Miami, Golden State, the Lakers, the Timberwolves, the Cavaliers, a bunch of teams playing in the playoffs right now, teams that are out of it. And we'll see over the next 6 weeks, as Jimmy Haslam said, what happens with Giannis.
So there's Shams. There he is. And I believe him finally. I'm in on Shams. It's happening. And thank you, Giannis, for what you've been able to accomplish. We appreciate you. Now you're just going to be somebody that we used to know. But when we did know him wearing the Milwaukee Bucks uniform, wow. I mean, he holds every major statistical record in franchise history. Led the Bucks to their first championship in 50 years. That was in 2021. Now, after that, injuries plaguing. Played 36 games this season. Groin, calf, and knee injuries. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Still averaged 27.6 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 5.4 assists for the season. But Giannis Antetokounmpo now, before the NBA's draft, about 6 weeks away, just going to be someone that we used to know. And that's okay. All good things come to an end. All good things must come to an end. We just thank Giannis for his time. I couldn't believe I saw a championship, first one in 50 years. Thought it was never going to happen. It happened. It was incredible. And now, again, off he goes. And that's okay. And that's okay. And it's nothing like the Aaron Rodgers, Brian Gutekunst, Green Bay Packers situation. Not even close. Not even close. Thank you, Giannis. Thank you, Giannis. And the last playoff memory we'll have of Giannis Antetokounmpo is him fighting with Tyrese Halliburton's dad after the Pacers beat the Bucks. Giannis and Halliburton's dad barking at each other on the court. That's the last memory you'll have of Bucks Giannis playoffs. He should have took a swing, dude. Thank you, Giannis. All right, 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
Two scoops.
Scoop it up, baby.
Two scoops.
Scoop
There's
it.
2 scoops
Scoop
of
it.
real grapes in every bag of I-90 trail mix. Yep, that's what's you're gonna get that. This segment's brought to you by Hoodstock Cruise Lines. For some reason, viruses come on cruise ships, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Had an idea about this hantavirus. What we should do, all right?
Okay.
We should call up Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, all these companies and say, all right, we're going to need a vaccine. Let's spend $4 trillion on it. All right, we'll call it Operation Warp Speed, and we'll get it done.
They already used that name. I think they already used that name, though, Eric. I think we need a new name.
I thought it was original. We'll call it Operation Warp Speed. It'll be the greatest thing ever. It'll be the fastest vaccine we've ever made.
Yeah.
There'll be 3 companies that will be really fast at making it.
Yep.
We'll spend trillions of dollars on it.
Yep.
Probably could buy 3 Tomahawk missiles with that money if we
Yep.
wanted to.
Yep.
And then nobody will want it.
No.
Nobody will want it.
Well, then
Nobody will want to take it.
one will eventually be pulled off market because it indeed does cause myocarditis. That's the Johnson & Johnson one. So,
Right.
yeah, you need one of them to definitely F you up more than
Yeah.
well, the hantavirus is a little different than COVID, so it's a little different.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the fatality rate's a lot higher for the hantavirus than it is the Rones.
So it's even more important that that ship just would have stayed out there. Just stayed out there.
Yeah.
Look, just leave it out there.
Remember when they tried to make
and
monkeypox a thing? Remember that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of movies about monkeypox, and it's been a lot. So that was my idea, Operation Warp Speed. You never hear about Operation Warp Speed anymore, and I thought it was probably one of the fastest things ever made, fastest, most expensive thing ever made that nobody wanted.
Well,
Nobody wanted. So
I wouldn't say nobody, but yeah, it was a talking point. That's
it was a
for sure.
bad deal.
Yeah.
It was a talking point.
Well, thank
Kirk
you.
Cousins definitely didn't want it.
Sorry?
Kirk Cousins definitely didn't
No.
want it.
Yeah.
And
Kirk, he did not. Neither did Rodgers.
He's made out fine.
I didn't either. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a great day.
You too, Eric. Much love, buddy.
Thought I'd bring up good memories.
Thank you, Eric. See you, bud. See you.
Bye.
Yeah, you need a new name. They already used Warp Speed. Line 2, good morning.
So we're talking about a-holes, right?
Are we talking about a-holes?
Yeah.
No.
Like people we don't like?
When were we doing that?
I don't know. I thought we were talking about people we don't like.
We were just talking about
I don't-
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh. Well, I was going to say people
What
we don't like.
What were you listening to?
I don't know. I tuned in at the wrong time.
Well, people we don't like.
Well, I was going to say someone that we.
I mean, we
you
can
don't
we
care
can
for
talk
anymore.
about that. Sure.
I mean, people that someone that you don't care for anymore. Gilbert Brown's getting the Dells.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be back in the Dells coming up here. By the way, Z.
Yeah, you're coming back up to the Dells?
Yeah, the Tellurian golf outing.
Ah, so you'll run into him.
I will. He'll probably be on again. We might have to fight each other.
And I guarantee it because he's got his bourbon release party coming up here shortly at the showboat. So something tells me. I have a guarantee. I gotta look at the date. I guarantee it's the same date that the golf outings have.
That would make sense because last time it was the same outing that he had his beer release too.
Exactly.
Yeah, May 20th. What is that? Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Yeah, I guarantee.
Oh, Frank Caliendo is going to be out there too. Interesting.
Oh God, if you can get him on, he's
I've had him on
hysterical.
before.
Dude, that guy's hysterical.
The first time I had when we had Frank Caliendo on was years ago. I think he was performing at the Crystal Grand, I think. And he was in studio. He was so bizarre. It's like he was like zanned out, like he was pilled out. And then once the mic, like it was so weird. And then once the mic came on, then he actually was like Frank Caliendo. Then when the mics turned off, he went back to just being like a walking zombie. It was bizarre, like a zombie. So strange.
He's like, that's just terrible interviewing, man. I don't even know when a mic drop. I'm just terrible.
I never said that, but probably said it was the best interview ever. Yeah.
No, but you're playing somebody you used to know.
Yes.
Which is a banger, but the movie Balls, I think it's Balls Up or
Yeah, I
Balls
just
Out.
watched that.
That karaoke scene.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was probably the best part of the whole movie. The movie
Yeah.
was kind of bland itself.
Yeah, the movie loses. Yeah. What movie's good anymore, though? You know.
Well, I'm going to see Mortal Kombat 2 tonight.
I heard
so
that
hopefully
stinks.
that's gonna be good.
Well, give me a full review.
I will. Otherwise, I don't know what else I got on the plate. That's about it.
Okay, Z. All right, Z. All right. Yeah, well, I'll be back in the Dells next Wednesday. Maybe stop on through. Hop on the show. You can fight Gilbert with me.
I wish I could, but here's the situation. I'm out of town Tuesday, so that means I'll come back Wednesday. So that means, and plus I got a DJ at 1 o'clock for a senior send-off party for the seniors. So, I mean, if you're here at 3:30, which you probably won't.
No, not a chance.
No. Probably 10:05 rolls around, you're packing all that stuff and getting the heck out of here, aren't you?
That sounds about right, yes.
I guess the better question is Kate coming with you this time? Not for me, it's for Gilbert.
So Kate was going to, but now there's something like they got to interview Steve Stricker. We're figuring it out. Some more will be revealed. All right.
All righty. You gotta bring a female because that's the only way all these guys want to talk to you. No offense, Ebo.
No, none taken. I know how it works. Trust me, we're good. Yeah.
I think they see this 5'8" guy that's kind of yoked, and they're like, I don't want to deal with this guy. This guy can
Who's
steal my girl.
5'8"?
What are you, 5'9", 5'10"?
I'm almost 6 feet, brother. Yeah, 5'10", 5'11". Don't try to bring me down to your height, Z.
Dude, I don't know. I think you're wearing some heels.
No.
I'm bringing a tape measure next time, my friend.
Yeah, feel free. I don't care.
I will.
Okay, please do.
We're bringing a tape measure. We're bringing a
I've never been referred to as 5'8". That's probably the most offensive thing anyone has ever said to me.
Well, if anyone referred me as 5'8", I'd be so happy.
Z, I love you, buddy.
I got referred as a horse jockey once, so 5'8's a freaking awesome. Otherwise, smooches, my friend.
See you, buddy. Smooches. See you, man.
Yeah.
Don't try to bring me down to your little height there. No. Rob Reichel, we got some Packers to talk about from Brandon McManus being cut. Sorry, McManus. Trace Mack, the schedule release. We'll do that next with Rob Reichel. Stick around.
Again out on a limb, I won't offend you and tell you that I gotta keep moving on. I have this much of time, keeping it down under the ground. I should have at least tried to tell you when I lost it that I never found it. I lost that in my mind. Well, take me, I want you to show me the way to find the world. Find the better side here somehow. Yeah, hate me now. Can I find the better side here somehow? This time.
I'm crossing the line. You're crossing the line. The whole damn system crossing the line. Who cares? Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes.
All right, welcome back in. Achilles' last stand. You know, you need an Achilles if you want to stand. Especially if you want to kick a ball, too. McManus's last stand left 7 points on the board against the Bears. And then they kicked McManus. They kicked McAnus out of here. Rob Reichel, Forbes.com, Conley Media, covering the Packers. Robbie, what's up, brother?
It was an April morning, Evo, when they took Trey Smack, and apparently it was a May afternoon when they said goodbye to Brandon McManus, right?
Rob, you called this. You said Trey Smack was going to be the Packers starting kicker come week 1. Do you think it was going to happen this early?
I mean, Evo, you just don't draft a guy anymore and cut him or put him on the practice squad or not play him at that position. It just, you know, and everybody asked a lot of questions that day about competition, this and that. And I honestly, I thought it would play out through training camp myself. But what did I tell you that day after, the week after when we talked on the Tuesday, right? It was going to be 90% Trey Smack unless he blew up in, you know, in training camp. And, you know, I still, I mean, Evo, I guess Lucas Haversack is on the roster, but not now. I would give you a 99.8% chance or something like that that it's Trey Smack. You know, Haversack missed those couple extra points last year. I think he only had 4 field goal tries. He made them all, but those extra points aren't. You know, that's not a good look. That's a 32-yarder. Yeah, no, Evo, I was surprised a little bit just at the timing, and no one has spoken as to why yet. But here would be the logical thinking on that, right? The kid's going to be, you know, Smack, that is, the kid is going to be under enough pressure going into the summer anyways, instead of all of us standing there every single day and then going back and writing. Smack was 8 for 9 today. McManus was 7 for 9, and keeping a score chart. And now we get to August 24th, and McManus is at 86%, and Smack's at 81 or something. And you know, they're just not going to put that extra pressure on the kid if things aren't perfect in training camp. They like him enough. The new special teams coordinator likes him a ton. They wouldn't have drafted him otherwise, and they're just not going to put him under that level of pressure. So, yes, Evo, I was surprised by the timing, but I'm certainly not surprised how this thing is going to play itself out. Again, you don't draft him. He's the only kicker drafted. Yeah. You don't draft a kicker anymore and not have him on your roster. So they'll cross their fingers, Evo, and and they'll hope he's their next Ryan Longwell, their next Mason Crosby, their next Chris Jackie. They get a decade and change out of the guy, and they'll hope for the best.
So, with this, Rob, new special teams coordinator, now a new kicker. McManus, a veteran, obviously he's gone. You have a new defensive coordinator. You have a head coach that can only get a 7 seed. Can't win the NFC North without Aaron Rodgers. How confident are we in the Green Bay Packers heading into the season now? I know it's phase 2, and we haven't started phase 3 of offseason yet, but with all this new stuff, and now you have a rookie kicker, which, listen, points are at a premium. You need them, right? How confident are we in and how good the Packers are going to be in the NFC North coming up here?
Evo, I've said this before on your show, and I feel it wholeheartedly. You could throw those 4 teams to me in a hat right now, almost like the NBA lottery the other day where they're spitting out ping pong balls, and you don't know what numbers are coming out. And you could get any combination to me of the 4, and I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. I would tell you, Evo, right now, I'm sure the Vikings are the longest odds to win the division coming out of Vegas at this point in time. I think the last time I looked, they were 6 or 7 to 1 or something like that, and Green Bay might have been a slight favorite, or Detroit was. I mean, they were both in that 2 to 1 range, and Chicago was like 4 to 1, I think, or something like that. But Evo, you could tell me Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears. You could tell me Bears, Lions, Vikings, Packers. You could tell me Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions, and I would say, yep. That I wouldn't be surprised by that whatsoever. These teams were separated top to bottom last year by 2 games. Chicago's going to have, instead of the last place schedule, the first place schedule. They obviously won the division. Is Green Bay better? I don't necessarily think so. I don't think they're worse, Evo, but they're probably not better. I think Detroit's going to be better. I think they're going to be better at some coaching positions and things like that. I think they're going to be better by a little bit of addition by subtraction by moving on from David Montgomery, and they will completely, now make to me what I think might be the best running back in football. The second coming of Barry Sanders. They might give him 280 carries this year, and obviously Minnesota's dramatically better just because they're going to. And I've said this on the show before, Evo. I don't love Kyler Murray, but I love the head coach in Minnesota, and he's going to. Kyler Murray should be very motivated to try to save his career at this point in time, and O'Connell has turned things around immensely for the Kirk Cousins of the world, the Sam Darnolds of the world. He I wouldn't say turned water to wine, but he's been coach of the year level material by saving the careers of some of those quarterbacks and taking them to levels a lot of people didn't think they could hit. And even if Kyler Murray's the 15th best quarterback in football, that's Minnesota last year had the 32nd or 30th, let's call it, right? Jets and Browns probably are always going to be worse. But, Minnesota was in the bottom 4 for quarterback play, and they found a way to somehow go 9-8. It's a good roster, Evo, in Minnesota. Again, that division is an absolute load. So, we're gonna know a lot more, Evo. I can't wait for Thursday. We're gonna start getting leaks on the schedule here in the next. We've already got a few coming. We know the first Monday night game that was released this morning already, and a Sunday night game we had found out yesterday, and stuff like that. But we'll get a better idea of how this lines up. I mean, we've known the opponents for 4 months or whatever it is right now. But yeah, Evo, that to me, top to bottom, I know that NFC West is terrific up top with Seattle and the Rams. They might be the 2 best teams actually in football. I think San Francisco is going to take a step back, and Arizona is going to be terrible. They're going to be in the running for the first pick in the draft and trying to get the quarterback. But to me, you flip a coin between the NFC North and the NFC West in terms of what's the best division in football. So, Evo, Green Bay is going to have its work cut out for it times 10, and we've talked about it before. They have the longest drought right now in terms of winning the NFC North. Bears last year, Lions 2 years before that, Minnesota won it in whatever that would be, 22, I guess. In Green Bay, you go back to 21. It's only 5 years, but That is the longest drought right now in the division. Can they win it? Of course they can, Evo, but they could also be fourth. So you ask me what my confidence level is, I would tell you right now, if I had to bet the mortgage payment, I'm betting on Green Bay right back in that 7 hole.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for sure, Rob. It goes so your odds for the NFC North, the Lions at plus 185, then the Packers at plus then it's the Packers at plus 195. Then the Bears at plus 320, and then the Vikings at plus 550. How big of a believer are you in Caleb Williams?
Evo, I'd throw a little money there on Minnesota, honestly. I mean, the coach is the best in the division to me. I think he's just fantastic. Ben Johnson, I know it's gone 1 year, but or had a great year last year, but it's only 1 year. I'm not big on Dan Campbell in big games and his kind of stubbornness in terms of defying conventional logic, in terms of how he approaches some of these 4th and 4 things from his own 40 and stuff like that in big games. He's just going to say, I got the biggest balls here, I'm going for it all the time. I don't love that. Matt LaFleur is big of a meltdown coach as we've seen in a while here at the end of games, and he has been the last couple of years. So I think Minnesota, Evo's got the best coach in the division. Again, I like the roster a ton. If Murray's a C+ or a B-, Evo, I mean, and they're going to have, I don't remember if it's them or Detroit who has the 4th place schedule. I mean, they both tied at 9-8. Green Bay was 9-7-1. But Evo, it wouldn't shock me whatsoever. You throw a little money on Minnesota there. It wouldn't shock me if they won the thing.
Yeah, Robbie, are you a believer in Caleb Williams though? Like when it comes to you are
big time. Yeah, I mean, Evo, if there was one quarterback I could start my team with out of that division right now, undoubtedly I'd start with you. And I love Jordan Love, you know that. And I think he's a top 8 quarterback in the league. I think Caleb Williams, what he did, that's not a fluke last year, Evo. What he did late in games, you have to have a certain DNA to pull that kind of stuff off time and time again, and to rally teams back like he did. I have some other concerns about them. That defense has some holes, and we'll see how they move on from DJ Moore, and losing that center doesn't get talked about enough. But that was an enormous loss for Chicago, as they're going to try to retool that offensive line now a little bit. You saw when Detroit had to try to retool their offensive line last year, it didn't work out real good for Gibbs and Montgomery in some of those games, and for Jared Goff specifically, a guy who can't move. But Evo, Williams can do everything, right? He's mobile. He can make plays in and out of the pocket. He's only ascending. There is no deficit and no stage that is, where the lights are too bright for that guy. No, Evo, he is. It's only a couple of years, so I don't want to get too crazy with what I'll say here. But he should go to multiple Pro Bowls. He and Love for the next 5 to 7 years should have a remarkable rivalry. Going back and forth is to me the best 2 guys in that division. I've said this before. I'm not a Jared Goff guy. Yeah. You need your quarterback to have some level of mobility, and Jared Goff needs the other 10 guys around him to perform at a really high level for him to succeed. Where there's 10 quarterbacks in the league that can ad-lib and make plays because of their mobility, and they're so good out of the pocket. I mean, Jared Goff needs the line to be outstanding, his receivers to be outstanding, the tight ends to block well and get free and things like that. When Jared Goff if everything's perfect around Jared Goff, he's really good. But there's a reason the Rams moved on from him, Evo, and even with a top 3 roster the last couple of years, Jared Goff couldn't take that team to a Super Bowl. Jared Goff will never see another Super Bowl, Evo. So to me, it's Williams and it's Love, but I would give Williams the nod there. I am big on Caleb Williams, yeah.
Robbie, are you big on now? I know how you feel about the jerseys and the stuff with the alternates and this and that. With the schedule releases, I just saw the Chiefs are like releasing their opponents as different forms of bread. Then you have other people with these like weird like anime videos. When it comes to the schedule release, Rob, do you get down with the creative ways that the people are doing it online now, like the Packers, for example, for the schedule release coming up?
So what you told me there, Revo, I didn't even know these teams were doing that. That shows you how much attention I pay to that kind of stuff. I mean, I obviously get the notifications, and I see when new games are coming out and things like that. I didn't know each team's social media where we're doing that. I mean, it's kind of fun, Evo, right? I mean, it's the middle of May. We're all and I am a curmudgeon with a lot of that kind of stuff. But Evo, I was always one of these guys 30, 40 years ago. I couldn't wait for schedule release date. And there was a guy, I'm probably one of the 5 people in the world who probably still know this, but there was a guy for probably 30 years who put out the schedule. He was a guy my old roommate and I we would talk about, and his name was Val Pinchbeck, and he was the guy in charge of the schedule, and we'd say it's Happy Val Pinchbeck Day and stuff like that, because we couldn't wait for the schedule to come out. The schedule's always been really exciting to me, but when it comes out, you can plan your road trips and plan what games you want to go to. Now, obviously, I'm going to the games and stuff like that now, but when I was 18 years old or 20 years old or something like that, it was a big moment. So no, Evo, I get a kick out of the fact that some of these teams go out and they do this and have fun with it. It's it's supposed to be Thursday night. By the time you and I talk, Evo,
it'll be all released.
We're probably going to know 10 or 12 of the specific dates of Green Bay. And I've said here before, and I think this would be awesome, Evo. I sure hope it's Packers Bears in Week 1. The way last season ended, I think that would be great for the fans, and a fantastic way to kick off the season if it's Matt LaFleur and Ben Johnson again. I think that would be
nice.
I think that would be just an absolute hoot, Debo, if we get that in Week 1. But again, we'll know a lot more here over the next day or two. We'll find out if they wind up playing the Saints in that Paris game or not. Right? We'll see if they play the Lions on Thanksgiving. And but Evo, I am pretty convinced when you look at this, Green Bay Buffalo, Green Bay Dallas, Green Bay New England, Green Bay and the Rams. These are all going to be Sunday night, Monday night level types of games, and I think Green Bay's schedule is just really, really fun for the fan base out there. Green Bay, Houston, I forgot about that one. I mean that's these are games where probably Packers are obviously a staple franchise in the league, and they've got all these games lined up right now, right, against top 10 opponents across the league. It should be a really fun schedule, Evo.
Rob, last thing for you, my man, off the beaten path here for football. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, looks like the Bucks are shopping him. They're ready to open up. Any ill will towards Giannis, or is it time for him to be shipped out, or should they do everything to make him stay for the Greek Freak?
No, it's probably time, and zero ill will. I mean, how could anybody have ill will there, right? I mean, a franchise that I would have told you 10 years ago had probably even a smaller chance to win a title in my lifetime than the Brewers, and I still feel the Brewers are at 0%. So and the Bucks found a way to do it. Evo just got a generational, once in a lifetime type of talent. He's the best player in franchise history. I know they had Jabbar, Evo, but Jabbar didn't stay as long and as this guy did. I mean, what a remarkable story from where he came from. Hey, listen, the Bucks, what were they, 32-50 this year? They're not gonna ever go back to a title the way it looks now with their salary cap hell and not a lot of talent and assets on the roster. With Antetokounmpo, I can't even say. I say Giannis. After all these years, even I can't get that name right. Thank God I don't have to do it for a living.
There you go.
It is brutal, but hey, start the rebuilding path. You have to do it at some point in time, and it makes sense to me for Milwaukee to do it. Now, a whole other issue is who's making this trade and who's in charge of the Bucks right now. Right, those are things you could talk about for the rest of your show. In terms of the nonsense they have going on there with upper management and who's going to pull the plug and make the decision on some of these, are they going to get the right assets in return and stuff like that. But Evo, no, Giannis will be legendary in that franchise. I mean, I'd be shocked, Evo, by the time you and I say goodbye to this wonderful planet if they've had a better talent and a better player than Giannis. That zero ill will whatsoever, Evo, and it's time for the Bucks to start the rebuilding plan, and you wish Giannis well wherever he goes.
Robbie, we wish you well. As I don't know where you're going, but I know you come back Thursday. We'll talk about the NFL schedule and everything. What else we can conjure up, all right, brother?
We want to make a little side bet here. Who do you got in Week 1? I'm going Packers Bears.
You talked me into it last week, Rob. I don't want to go against.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you got the gift of gab, Robbie. I'm already all in on Packers Bears, so I need that. I want Ben Johnson on the floor to kick things off.
Yeah, that would that would be the perfect start to the season. I'll tell you that.
Do you think the Packers are going to Paris?
I think Green Bay at Chicago. Yes, you remember whatever it was, 23. That was where Jordan Love made his first career start, and they went down there and won that day, 37-20.
Yeah.
It would be fun if he went back down there here in 2026 and kicked off the season. That's for sure.
Robbie, well, we'll see what happens, brother. All right, we love you, man. We'll talk Thursday, okay?
All right, buddy. You enjoy the leagues coming out the next couple days.
You got it, man.
See you, pal.
See you, Robbie. There he goes, Rob Reichel, Forbes.com, Conley Media. The leak's coming. The leak's coming. We'll take a little break here. Stick around, Peter.
Oh, you got so much, so much, so much.
Count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, NFL schedule release Thursday night, 7 o'clock, but you'll get the leaks. So the NFL had posted this, the strength of schedule rankings. Chicago Bears have, let's see here, the hardest schedule, followed by the Dolphins, the Cardinals, and then the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers, the fourth hardest. A couple of that with the NFC North. Let's see here. Bears the hardest schedule. The Packers are the fourth. The Vikings are top 10. The Lions, almost at the bottom there. Packers, according to Vegas, the second best odds to win the NFC North. Lions at plus 185. Packers at plus 195. Bears plus 320. Vikings at plus 550. Rob Reichel just talking there. He's like, man, just put all those teams in a hat, and you can draw it out. It's going to be a very competitive NFC North. I asked him, is he a believer in Caleb Williams? He said, yes. He is a believer in Caleb Williams. I think the Bears got something special happening, man. Now, it is the Chicago Bears, the longest-running sitcom on TV. Wasn't too funny last year, though. I'll tell you that. Packers ended up being the butt of the joke 2 of the 3 times, especially when it mattered most. Packers got some question marks, but again, though, I think I'm a believer in Jordan Love. No, I'm a believer in Jordan Love. Got to see it in crunch time. All right, 608-321-1670. Just a little quickie right here to get caught up. We'll come back. Got one more hour plus one segment. If you want to get involved, 608-321-1670. Our guy Coyote Mike had texted and said, first year I've ever heard a negative opinion of the Packers' chances going into the upcoming season. I know usually it's just, well, you had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. I know it was always Super Bowl or bust. Now you're wondering, I mean, the 7 seed, that's Matt LaFleur's MO. The 7 seed, in fact, they call it the Matt LaFleur seed. And can they move on from there, advance from there? All right, we'll take a little break here, Steve.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, Brewers back at it tonight. They had yesterday off. Oh, baseball yesterday. The Padres, coming into American Family Field. I was watching MLB on Fox, and they were talking about the NL Central. I was like, okay, I can get behind this. D-Train, Dontrell Willis, sans the hat. No sideways hat. Love that hat, though. He was talking about the Central. Listen. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. No. Well, I don't know what's going on with the with the audio, but Dontrell Willis says, I think the Central is going to have to go through Milwaukee. I'm sorry, Cubs fans. So there you go. I did a little Cliff Note version of it. Don't know why the audio's not playing, but it's not. Dontrell Willis. It goes through Milwaukee. Thank you, D-Train. Appreciate that. Even though he was miming for us. Miming. Pat Murphy was talking about how it was the bullpen. That was the reason why they did so well against the New York Yankees. And that was awesome to see. The bullpen also timely hitting when needed. That was great. You'll hear from Pat Murphy coming up here. Vinny Rottino was talking about, though, on what's made the difference for the Brewers this month.
You look over the last 162 games that Bryce Terang has played in, I mean, it's right up there with some of the best in the game offensively. Let's take out of the equation what he can do with the glove and also how he runs the bases. So you have guys like that developing. You have William Contreras, who's just been just a model of consistency.
A model of consistency. Also, Rottino was talking about, or Dave Kane. We'll get to some Dave Kane talking about the Milwaukee Bucks upcoming. Ooh, and I just got an email from UW-Madison Office of Strategic Communication. They've launched their new search. Launched a search for their next director of athletics. We had some questions this morning like, hey, have you heard anything about a new AD? I hadn't. Literally, an article just dropped, baby. Not an article, I should say an email just dropped. Literally just got it. News release. UW-Madison launches search for new director of athletics. I'll have to read this. I'll read this upcoming. I literally just got it. All right, WKTY, we love you guys. See you guys tomorrow for a Wednesday show. Everyone else, we will continue on. Some Giannis, some Wisconsin AD search, Brewers, Bucks, you name it. We'll come right back.
That mother will always fight with pain. Looking in my own eyes, hey Lord, I can find the love I want. Someone better slap me before I start to rust, before I start to decompose. Disappear. I can make it disappear. Have no fear. I like pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane. Songbird sweet and sour Jane, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane. Pleasure spiked with
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Milwaukee Brewers had yesterday off. They currently sit 22-16 on the year. That's good for second in the NL Central. 3.5 games below the Cubs for first place. Milwaukee is currently riding a 4-game win streak, and manager Pat Murphy credits the bullpen for their most recent sweep of the New York Yankees.
Pitching staff, it doesn't go unnoticed. You know, those guys. You got Harrison, never been a full-time guy in the big leagues. You got Chad Patrick, first time in the pen. DL Hall emerging as a leverage guy, and what Ashby's done is amazing. So if you think about it, you know, that's pitching that was against that lineup. Best record in baseball. It was outstanding. But you got to, again, mention Contreras because he does it on both ends of the ball.
The Brewers will now send Brandon Sproat to the mound. He's 0-2 with a 5.87 ERA opposite of Padres' Matt Waldron. First pitch against San Diego from American Family Field tonight is at 6:40. Turning to the Bucks, it's reported that Milwaukee is open for business on trade calls and offers for the two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam had said they want a resolution before the NBA draft, which is less than 6 weeks away.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers are currently in Phase 2 of their offseason program with on-field non-contact workouts and OTAs. Phase 3 will begin starting May 26th through June 18th, but the only mandatory part will be June 9th through the 11th, which will be mandatory minicamp. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome in. Final hour, Over the Line, OTL. I'm going to Alpine Liquors later today. Can't wait. Love Alpine Liquors. I'm going to stock up. Got to do some more pictures there for the socials and let's talk about some booze, man. Selection incredible. The service impeccable. I just got an email. News release. UW-Madison launches search for new director of athletics. We were getting some messages earlier today. Hey, have you heard anything about the new AD? I hadn't heard of anything. Not a peep. And I keep my ear to the streets. You got to keep your ear to the streets. You got to hear things. Didn't hear a single word. Nothing. The word was mom. But now we got a little something. A little something. Who could it be? The University of Wisconsin-Madison has formally launched a search for its next director of athletics. The search process is being initiated by incoming interim chancellor Eric Wilcox, who will ultimately make the appointment. The outgoing chancellor, Jennifer Munikin, asked Wilcox to take the lead, given that her time as chancellor concludes on May 16th. See here, quote, Wisconsin athletics plays a vital role in the life of our campus and our community. Its success matters, says Wilcox. The director of athletics will lead us into a new era of Wisconsin athletics during a transformational time in college athletics. Who can it be now? He added, we will be thoughtful, deliberate, and open-minded as we embark on the search to identify an individual who shares our values and visions and who will move our athletics program forward. Wilcox will be advised by a 9-member search committee chaired by Lauren Bishop, an associate professor in the Sandra Rosenbaum School of Social Work at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, who serves as one of the university's faculty athletics representatives to the Big Ten Conference and the NCAA. A collegiate rower at Duke University, Bishop leads a nationally recognized National Institutes of Health funded research program focused on aging, health, and disparities among autistic adults and individuals with intellectual and development disabilities. So she says, quote, I'm grateful and humbled to be a part of such an important search at the university, one that will shape the future of Wisconsin athletics. It is vitally important we hear from a variety of voices on the qualities we should be asking in a new director. To achieve that goal, the committee will spend the next several weeks seeking feedback from student athletes, athletic department coaches, and staff, alumni, and other stakeholders. So that's fronting the 9-person search committee, Lauren Bishop. In addition to her, other search committee members include, all right, here you go. Here's who's going to be having a say in your new athletic director. Chris Ballard, general manager, Indianapolis Colts and 1993 UW-Madison alumnus and former UW student-athlete in football. Right, there's another one. Rob Kramer, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration and a 1992 UW-Madison alumnus. Megan Dugan, Director of Player Development, New Jersey Devils, UW-Madison 2011 alum, and former student-athlete in hockey. LZ Higginbottom, President, East Lake Management and Development Corporation, UW-Madison 1965 alumnus, and former UW student-athlete in men's track and field, member of the Wisconsin Foundation and Alumni Association Board. I might butcher this name here. Marija Pinka, Senior Associate Athletic Director of Sports Administration, Wisconsin Athletics, 1995 alumnus, and former UW student-athlete in women's tennis. Michael Shannon, co-founder and former chairman and CEO of KSL Capital Partners and 1980 UW-Madison alumnus, member of the Wisconsin Foundation and Alumni Association Board. And finally, William Smith, current men's soccer student-athlete, president, chair, and student-athlete advisory committee. That right there is your... That is your who's fronting the new search for the athletic director. Again, Wilcots will be advised, chaired by Lauren Bishop. She was a rower at Duke University and leads a nationally recognized NIH-funded research program focused on aging, health, and disparities among autistic adults and individuals with intellectual and development disabilities. And then you have a bunch of former UW student alumnus, one in football, one in women's hockey, one in men's basketball, one in men's track and field, one in women's tennis, and another one who's currently with Wisconsin men's soccer. The director of athletics will report directly to interim Chancellor Wilcots, serving as his executive committee and providing oversight for all aspects of the university's varsity athletic programs, with a strong emphasis on student health, well-being, academic success, finance and facilities, fundraising, and excellence in competition. The role is also expected to work collaboratively with members of the athletic board, campus leadership, and governance groups, and will develop and maintain robust communications with alumni, philanthropic supporters, and community stakeholders. The university expects a new director. Here you go. The university expects a new director of athletics to begin this summer. The search is being assisted by CSA Search and Consulting. Questions or nominations can be sent to CSA at badgers.ad@csasearch.consulting. So there you go. People were wondering, people were asking, have you heard anything about the new search for AD? No, until about 10, 11 minutes ago when I got the email. So there you go. I read verbatim the email to you. That's the people that are searching. Oh, did I miss Michael Finley's going to be on here? I think I missed that. Michael Finley is going to be on the search as well. Dallas Mavericks legend. Madison alumnus. Former student athlete in men's basketball. My bad, Mike. I think I brushed over you. Michael Finley, baby. There's your biggest name. He's on the search committee. All right. Maybe that answers some questions for people wondering about the search. By this summer. Who can it be now? Well, we'll see by this summer. All right, 608-321-1670. Chris McIntosh, though. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you, man. That's tough. What's his legacy? Setting up a new AD? The demise of Wisconsin football? Yikes. Let's hear a guy, Brad in Sturgeon Bay. Have you noticed since NIL started, we haven't heard anyone complain about the UW academic standards? Oh, yeah, that was yes. Once you got NIL, the transfer portal, any academic stuff thrown out the window. We ain't here to play school. We're here to get a bag full of money and then leave after a year. We don't care what happens to your program. Sure, we'll win, but we still get paid. All right, we'll take a little break here. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I will bring to this neighborhood a non-stop talk alternative.
This is Over the Line on the
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Giannis watch. Bucks reportedly open for business. Trading Giannis is my business, and business seemingly is good. Did see this Lakers on the short list. LeBron James still figured out what he's going to do after they got swept out of the playoffs. I saw that Luka Doncic threw his word in, saying reportedly that he does not want the Lakers to trade Austin Reeves for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Please, no. Quote, multiple league sources said that the belief was best illustrated when Doncic told people within the organization that he wouldn't want Reeves included in any potential trade packages for the Greek Freak. Luka, those sources say, would strongly prefer a team construction that would include him and Reeves alongside whatever star the Lakers could acquire. So Luka's like, dude, Reeves stays with me. Bring me the freak. Bring me the Greek Freak. Is Giannis going to like the whining from Luka Doncic? Maybe. Giannis going to be able to let Luka have that much volume of possessing the ball? With Giannis, where do you think Giannis is going? Over the weekend, they're talking about him tipping the scales to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Giannis is, maybe he said time and time again that he doesn't like the bright lights. He doesn't like the people following around, the paparazzi. In fact, over the weekend, I saw some post that Giannis even retweeted it. This guy's giving himself a big pat on the back. This guy took a picture of Giannis with one of his infant, small children. And he said, here's Giannis at the Milwaukee Zoo. So I'm not running up to him and asking for an autograph or asking for a picture. I'm leaving him be. And I thought to myself, wouldn't you just not have taken the picture then and not have outed to where he was, like in the Milwaukee Zoo? Now, obviously, I'm sure everyone was taking pictures and being like, yeah, it's Giannis. But I just had to chuckle. You know, Giannis has said time and time again that he does not like the paparazzi, does not like being followed around. And this guy gave a Giannis update. I'm currently 3 feet away from him at the Milwaukee Zoo. No, I will not be bothering him because I'm not an a-hole. And I thought, wouldn't you just not have posted that then? That's just me, I guess. You know, that's just me. Hey, here's Giannis with his family. I'm not going to do anything. But maybe, now you know where he is, you can go ask for the autograph or the picture. I'm just posting about me, not posting about him. How about that? Giannis, though, Shams was making his rounds. We played a couple clips from the Pat McAfee show. This was him on Sports Center. Take a listen.
Shams, what's the latest on Giannis's future? Finally, some movement, maybe a decision there.
Hannah, league and team sources tell me that the Milwaukee Bucks are officially open for business on all trades and calls, offers for Giannis Antetokounmpo, the two-time MVP, entering the draft combine this week and over the next 6 weeks before the NBA draft. This has been a 12-month-long saga between Giannis and the Bucks, but co-owner in Milwaukee, Jimmy Haslam, last week said that this will either end in a long-term commitment from Giannis or a trade elsewhere before the June 23rd NBA draft. And this all surrounds one very important element. Giannis has made it clear for a period of months now that he believes the time has come for both sides to move on, to part ways. The Bucks have resisted over the last calendar year a trade, believing that they can still win and compete with Giannis, but that's depleted their asset base, their talent on their team, and now they are in a reality where they will be listening. They are fully open for business. And as far as Giannis' stance on the fact that he believes the time has come to part ways, I'm told nothing has changed. So now the conversation will turn to where does he want to be long-term? Where will he commit long-term? Because an important note, he only has one guaranteed year left on his deal that gives him significant sway and power over his future.
What's the latest on his availability for Game 5, Shams?
Hey, the NBA investigated this, and the ruling has come down. There will be no discipline, I'm told, for Victor Wembanyama moving forward. No suspension, no fine. He will be cleared to play in Game 5 in San Antonio on Tuesday night. The two major things to take into account
sharp
here,
elbows
one
there.
is he was ejected from the game for this flagrant 2 with the elbow to Naz Reid's face. He missed a majority of Game 4 with that ejection, but most importantly, there's no prior history. The NBA took that into account.
Yeah, you think they're going to suspend Wemby?
Decision. No further discipline for Victor Wembanyama.
It's not happening. Did I miss in the conversation there? Did she ask about Wemby? I thought
he only has one guaranteed year left on his deal that gives him significant sway and power over his future.
What's the latest on his availability for Game 5, Shams?
Did they just skip right to the It must have been a weird cut there. All right, 608-321-1670. I did want to replay Jimmy Haslam. It's quick. It's not long. Jimmy Haslam talking about Giannis and him being like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this done, hopefully before the draft."
Yeah, that was.
You've been here before?
I have not.
Well, how about that,
Yeah,
huh?
it's spectacular. I said, why are we doing this in an art museum? All right, one or two. They got to go.
You've had some unbelievable injuries to key players here the last 2 years.
Yeah.
What have you learned from that you want to see change moving forward? That you say, I know what we can do better moving forward.
Well, I would say the injuries are obviously a factor, particularly when it's, we hit Dame and then this year Giannis, so that's a factor. Both of them Giannis works on his body as hard as any athlete I've ever been around, and people ask me all the time, what's the biggest difference in business and sports? Well, let's take Josh Glessing, who runs the business side of the Bucks. If Josh pulls his hamstring Friday playing paddleball, we don't really care. I mean, it doesn't affect his job. But in sports, if somebody pulls their hamstring or their calf or tears their Achilles tendon, it's a big deal. But I think our training staff does a good job, and we'll just need to watch it.
I think Bucks fans might be surprised you were kind of so plain with it, like saying that, it's got to be the next 6-7 weeks ahead of the draft. Is that, in a sense, a deadline for you, for Giannis?
Well, I just think before the draft is a natural time, right? Because you're going to, if Giannis does play somewhere else, we ought to get a lot of assets, and that's John's job to do it. And if he's here, then you build the team differently. So, and I think that's all that's necessary. I just want to stress, though, that our relationship with him, despite what is reported by certain ESPN writers, is very positive.
Is this a decision that keeps you up at night?
It's a big one. It's a big one, and you got to get it right. And John knows it, and Wes knows it. And we didn't hold back with Taylor. We just said, listen, he may or may not be with us, so don't come because of that, because you want to be straight up with people. All right, we're good, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for coming.
There we go. There we go. Jimmy has him a little bit from it. Now, he was talking about an ESPN guy. Well, okay, I saw Scalabrini, Brian Scalabrini on with Jim Rome talking about Giannis. I wanted to play that.
Well, I think the Milwaukee Bucks were always going to wait because they have a pick in the lottery. They were always going to wait to see how the lottery unfolds. Whether they have the 12th pick or they have the first pick, all of it makes a little bit of a difference in how they handle the Giannis situation. Plus, when other people decide they want to trade or not want to trade, you want to know what you're dealing with. So when they say they're open for business, they probably were always open for business. But now with the picks being solidified, they're looking for a star player, maybe a young player to go for the two-time MVP, a finals MVP. And my only thing with Giannis, the game has changed a lot. I think shooting is a premium. It has to happen. Defensively, he's obviously a beast, especially guarding the rim. There's some versatility there, but you have to wonder about the injury history. He missed some games this year. He's pulled up limp with a calf. You wonder, if your team, your medical, your strength and conditioning can kind of solve that issue, because nothing worse than a $60 million two-time MVP that only plays half the season. I know there's been a lot of talk about Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid in the last 3 years has played less than 100 games, and he's made over $160 million. What has that got the Philadelphia 76ers at this point? So everybody that's interested in trading for Giannis, the big concern will always be, can he stay healthy? He hasn't, and this is not just this year. In the past, in the playoffs, he hasn't done well. He's 1-9 in his last 10 playoff games, and some of those he's missed, and some of the games he's missed, his team has won. So there's not for sure you're trading for the MVP of 5 years ago. You're trading for a guy that has some damage. So it's going to be really interesting what people are willing to give up.
Yeah, better give up a lot for the Milwaukee Bucks. Tell you that. Give it up, baby. Give it up. That's the Greek freak we're talking about. Give it up, and you get Thanasis. And if you play your cards right, you get Alex and the Nakumbo too. That's right. You can get 3 into Nakumbos if you give it up. You want Thanasis? You'll get Thanalysis with it too. That's podcast. You'll get Alex too, G Leaguer. More importantly, though, you get Giannis. Give it up. 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
Good morning, Ebo.
Think about John. Large and in charge, baby. How are you?
Dude, it's a beautiful day over here on the wrong side of the Mississippi. Look,
how is Minnesota?
Minnesota's fine, man. We're exploring daycare centers, making sure that they're properly spelled.
Yeah, well, just if the sign's spelled correctly, you're in the right spot. If it says Leering, you're not going to learn much. Learning, maybe.
We got that going on. Got the full mother-in-law brunch for Mother's Day, and got the full recap of all the local politics of downtown Minneapolis.
Oof.
Man, there are reality TV shows for everything these days, right? Here's 10 ex-reality stars. We're going to put them on an island with a mansion and a pool, and we're going to just have them live. And I need that, right? When's the off season for politicians? The answer to that is there's no season. There's always off, right? They're always in the off season. So I think we just need to round up 10 local Minneapolis politicians, put them onto an island in a house with a pool, and just televise what happens. And, I think we'd get some good content out of that.
Well, you need former reality stars from Minnesota running now for a political office. That's what you need. That's what politics turned into. That's what you need. The most famous celebrities from Minnesota now to run for office. Celebrities from Minnesota.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean they had Jesse Ventura as their governor, right? That's this is.
Unfortunately, a lot of the most famous ones are dead, though. Damn.
Is Prince still around? He
unfortunately has died. He's died.
Well, we got AI.
Oh, you got Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, Sean William Scott from American Pie, Vince Vaughn. He was born in Minneapolis. The Coen brothers. Dude, you got some talent there. Lindsey Vaughn. Okay. Anyways. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of Olympians. I mean, you can dip into the pool of 150 Olympians from the last Winter Olympics from Minnesota. But hey, I love a long form take and following something over years, right? And this Giannis story is just, to me, a little bit funny how wrong Milwaukee fans have been on this for years, right? They think they're owning Shams. Shams owns Milwaukee, right?
How so?
He's wrong about the reporting, but he knows exactly how to poke the hornet's nest. And this is a fan base that is staring down the barrel of 10 years of just full irrelevancy, right? He's going to go on and continue to report for, the four-letter network that can't get the audio to work correctly during hockey games. That's a whole other rant, right? He's going to continue to report for them, and Milwaukee fans are going to be left being sitting here with absolutely nothing, right? Because the last guy, the interview we were just playing, is talking about how Giannis, they might not get a lot for him, right? And my long-form take is I wanted to trade Giannis 2 or 3 summers ago. Called into the NBA lounge, right, on the evening show. Yeah. And I'd say, it is ridiculously stupid, right? We tried Dame Lillard. He got hurt. Let's stop throwing dudes over 30 at this roster to see if we can, compete for another championship. Yes, you have a great, legendary, iconic player for the franchise. When you love something, you know when it's time to let him go. It was time to let him go 2 to 3 years ago. Shams was right from the get-go. Whether or not he was right on the reporting, he was right on as in it should have happened. It would have been best for Milwaukee. They would have gotten a hell of a lot more out of it. And what the hell did we gain over the last year? We didn't even make the playoffs. And Giannis played quite a bit. So I'm looking at this whole situation, and Shams can laugh his way onto his next thing that he'll focus on, right? The next fan base that he'll terrorize. And Milwaukee fans, what do we got for it?
What would you do if Giannis Antetokounmpo, in his heart of hearts, doesn't want to leave Milwaukee, and then he gets horsed in the Bucks to pull something off to make the roster competitive again, and he stays?
Yeah, I mean
that could happen.
It could happen. Milwaukee could win the World Series, right? Jordan Love could develop into an actual star quarterback. Matt LaFleur could grow.
Could get out of the 7th seed.
We could, we a lot of things could happen, and if that happens, we'll celebrate it. But in this moment, where we're at right now, with where the roster is, with where the future resources is, who's the guy we traded for from Phoenix, and we traded 6 second-round draft picks? and he never played.
Jay Crowder.
Right? Or he played minimally. He was like on the bench, demoted to the G League by the end of the season, and we gave up like 6 second-round draft picks.
It was
right?
like 5 or 6 of them.
So Shams is looking at that, right? And he's looking at the rest of the teams around the league and says, Milwaukee's the perfect fan base just to continuously dunk on. And, he's like the older brother, and Milwaukee fans are like the little brother, and he knows exactly how to twist our ears. So, he's wrong in the reporting, but at this point it's just a bit for him. And like I said, he's going to move on and report the next thing, and Milwaukee fans are going to be sitting here staring down 10 years of irrelevancy. Or, Evo, we could draft at number 10 overall, or wherever we're picking this year.
10, yeah.
We could just draft the next Giannis.
So are you telling me that Shams right now is running his own Joe Barry fan club, but he's been so involved in it and so wrapped up into it that he now believes it, like this is his thing, this is his shtick. He just runs it for a bit now. Is Shams you, Vagabond John? Is the Joe Barry fan club his Giannis Antetokounmpo watch?
In Sports Talk Radio, I think we're all a little bit Shams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Dave from Monona talking about this generation. Eventually, he's going to be wrong about the generations because the younger generations are actually kicking ass right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Like you're right about a take, and then you're wrong about a take. But if you stay consistent about it, you just become more right over time.
Correct.
And Evo, I got one last take to leave you with.
Please.
We have a new club, spawned yesterday. We're calling it the 800 Club.
The 800 Club.
Do you know what Paul Chris' record in trophy games was?
I'm assuming it's 800, winning 800.
800.
Yeah.
Do you know what Wisconsin's record in trophy games is since Paul Chris was fired?
Have they won one?
270. Yeah, they beat up on Minnesota.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Nebraska. Remember, Nebraska got the weird trophy.
Oh, yeah, I forget about the Freedom Trophy. Yeah.
On Nebraska, quickly, I think it's a rivalry, and I think if you were at the 2012 Big Ten Championship and you sensed how cocky Nebraska was coming into the Big Ten and how they were just going to crush us and we didn't belong there, that moment for me turned Nebraska into a rivalry just because of how cocky they were beforehand and how they were all in their junky, Lone Rock-style RVs on their way back to Nebraska at halftime.
Whoa, where'd Lone Rock come from there? Whoa.
Well, I know they all got laminate flooring in their, in their RVs and stuff. But yeah, we have the 800 Club. The 800 Club is for anybody who thinks winning trophy games, beating your rivals, beating up on the states next to you, beating up on the states that your in-laws might or may not support. Right? That is what college sports and college football should be about, not getting high enough on the 4-letter networks rankings and competing for a national championship is great, but we used to care about bowl games, and I think now instead of following ring culture, I encourage the other listeners, join the 800 Club. Let's get back to focusing on kicking the crap out of Minnesota and Iowa every year. We can slam some beers and have a great time and not worry about whether or not we're going to catch Alabama in NIL recruiting. We can just compete in our own little game and enjoy the sport. So the 800 Club is for anybody who acknowledges ring culture has gone too far, and we need to get back to focusing on rivalries in college football. So if you're with me,
I'm with you.
Be sure to come and
Can I be in the? I would love to be in the 800 Club. I love when they were winning games. It was nice, and bowl games too, and trophy games.
You're probably above. The old 800 Club used to be what's your squat, your deadlift, and your bench combined.
That's the 1,000
Club.
Already.
You're probably.
I'm already in the 1,000 Club. I'm already in the 1,000 Club. That's fine. That's easy. But I'd love to be in the 800 Club with you.
The real men remove deadlift, and then where you at, right? That's the.
Well, it's bench, deadlift, and squat. You got to be over 1,000 pounds. That's easy.
Can you get over 1,000 with just your bench and your squat? That was the whole high school joke back in my day. Get rid of that deadlift.
Well, you give me some anabolic steroids, and anything's possible. Okay.
Or rewind a couple of years and go back to being 19 years old and just absolutely just moving metal, baby. All right, Evo.
Thank you, the man, brother. Much love, buddy. Later. See you, man. I'd love to be in the 800 Club. I love when they're winning trophy games and rivalry games and bowl games. That was nice. Those are simpler times, simpler times. All right, 608-321-1670. Vagabond, you're funny, dude. All right, we'll take a little break here. Our guy Badger Trio says Bucks are going to become once again a team most people in Wisconsin don't care about. I don't really think they care about them right now, though, brother. I don't think Packers, Badgers, Brewers, Bucks. Right now, with how the Brewers are doing, you can throw the Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Bucks, probably. We'll take a break. Stick around, be right back.
With my perceptions and a mess down 20 miles through the sticks to the cloudy town of Bellevue, population 96. Except for vacancy, well, maybe in the shadow of an eye. All the strangers passing through it where the rules just don't apply. Cause 96 quite bitter beings like to stack the bodies high. The only way to ever leave is over-flooded by the storm. And entanglement in hell you brings you fear in 54. There's a limit on the Taurus at the bottom of the lake. And not one supports the cause to leave the blood stay in the veins.
Over the line! This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. We are on Giannis Watch. Bucks want to get it done before, according to Jimmy Haslam, for the NBA draft, about 6 weeks away. And with that, Bucks play-by-play announcer Dave Kane, he was making some media appearances, talking about Giannis, talking about the Bucks. I mean, we're hearing from everyone. Might as well hear from him on Giannis Watch. Before that, though, I did get a tweet here. Our guy, Mike, didn't you used to... Were you Happy Time Harry, Mike? Or were you Mike? I think you're... Yeah, Mike Oxlong. Mike Oxlong. He said, Giannis is a very hard player to build around, especially in the modern NBA. Don't give enough credit to Horst and Bud and the supporting cast of players for that unlikely title. It was indeed time to move on a couple of years back. He'll sell tickets, but won't sniff another title. Yeah, if you remember that run, too, injuries on other teams. Kevin Durant's shoe size was too long. Stepped on the three-point line. Therefore, it was a 2 instead of a 3. But again, Giannis, what he did, nothing short of incredible in that run, man. Especially when it looked like his knee snapped in half. Came back. Chris Middleton stepped up huge, too. Drew Holiday, unbelievable. But Giannis coming back and essentially putting the team on his back after others, the supporting cast, did such. And then the 50 points. Oof. Oof. And the closeout, Giannis. Oof. That was fun, man. That was a fun watch. But on that, the play-by-play guy for the Milwaukee Bucks making his opinion out there. Heard, so I might as well put it out there. Dave Kane says the Bucks need to know now the status of Giannis.
What is the roster going to look like? Because I know a lot of people bemoan the fact, okay, Jimmy Haslam says we got to have this done by draft day. That's one of the reasons why, because you got to build this thing. You got to know what you are building. It is suboptimal, as the Bucks experience, to bring somebody in late. Damian Lillard comes in right before the season starts. You had an entirely different franchise that was being built around prior to that move. But the fact of the matter is they had to remake the plane while they were flying it as that season progressed, and the pieces didn't naturally jive. And I think that's what you're trying to avoid here is to have a sense for what this thing's going to be and then build toward that goal as you get closer to the regular season.
Suboptimal. Uh-oh. Dave Kane also says the Bucs need to know now what direction they're headed to build a roster.
What is the roster going to look like? Because I know a lot of people bemoan the fact, okay, Jimmy Haslam says we got to have this done by draft day. That's one of the reasons why, because you got to build this thing. You got to know what you are building. It is suboptimal, as the Bucs experience, to bring somebody.
Okay. It's just kind of that, but more like Clemens, just same clip. One's just a little longer. The suboptimal. All right, 608-321-1670. Giannis watch. It's gonna have to take us through some lull, some of the downtime here. Giannis watch is gonna have to take us through some weeks here. You have to bear with. Head's gonna be on a swivel. All right. Eventually, you're gonna be wanting to scream about Giannis watch, and maybe, just maybe, listen. Maybe Giannis is like, yeah, I don't want to leave. He's always talking about having a competitive roster. As long as you can compete for a championship, he wants to be in Milwaukee. That roster ain't competing for no championship, I'll tell you that. But, I mean, you have the number 10 draft pick. You have some future number ones. You have Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis if you wanted to trade. I think we're all kind of ready, though, for something fresh, something new. And I think that is what you're going to get. Well, you might be screaming during Giannis watch. Be like, please, something happen. Rival executives believe that Antetokounmpo's desired teams will be the largest factor in his trade destination. Well, no kidding. He's essentially on an expiring contract with next season guaranteed in his deal before a player option in 2027, providing him leverage to navigate to a specific team based on whether he would agree to stay long-term or not. We'll take a little break here. Final segment coming up. Giannis watch. Be right back.
Down inside the grave, listen to the eulogy of fire on the head. You ever dance beside the devil, taste the barrel of the cage. You ever pull the trigger, the light begins to fade. Feel like slipping away. Stand in the corner and scream with me. A body full of empty. If that's full of rage, but I believe it. In the closet, scream with me. A mind that's like a fire, dripping by the pain, and I believe it.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment. Got our guy Bill Michaels coming up next. Happy Tuesday. UW has formally launched the search for its next athletic director. Got the email just a little before 9 o'clock. Big names on the search committee, a 9-person search committee. Colts GM Chris Ballard and Mavericks co-interim GM Michael Finley. And others. UW expects the next AD to begin this summer. This summer is when they want someone to take the reins for the new job. A 9-person committee. Obviously, incoming interim Chancellor Eric Wilcox. He's the one ultimately making the decision, the appointment, if you will. As outgoing Chancellor Jennifer Munikin, done this Friday. Or Saturday, on the 16th she's done. Saturday. So Wilcox will be advised by a 9-member search committee chaired by Lauren Bishop, who is an associate professor in the Sandra Rosenbaum School of Social Work at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, who serves as one of the university's faculty athletic representatives to the Big Ten Conference and the NCAA. She was a collegiate rower at Duke and leads a nationally recognized NIH-funded research program that's focused on aging, health, and disparities among autistic adults and individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And they said, let's see here, it is important that we hear from a variety of voices on the qualities we should be seeking in a new director. To achieve that goal, the committee will spend the next several weeks seeking feedback from student athletes, athletic department coaches and staff, alumni, and other stakeholders. So there you go. That's who's fronting it. Again, the big names: Michael Finley, Chris Ballard, and everyone else committed, an alum of Wisconsin, and one current guy who's a current men's soccer student athlete, William Smith is the name. So this summer, there you go. And by the way, if you want to nominate yourself or have questions, they say questions or nominations can be sent to CSA Search and Consulting if you would like. I know a couple people on the text line said, hey, I want to nominate myself. All right, feel free. And you don't even have to be qualified. Maybe if you get an interview, sometimes just interviewing is good. You got to work on your chops. Just the interviewing process itself sometimes is good for you. You can email badgers.ad@csasearch.consulting. Questions or nominations can be sent right there. Let's see, our guy Goose Eggs 007 said, I nominate Gao the Plow. Yeah, Joe Gao. He's got free time. Should we nominate Joe Gao? Or should we ask Joe Gao first if he would like to be nominated? Or maybe it's just would be nice that we nominated him, and maybe you turned the position down. Maybe not. We turn the position down and you probably say, you know what? Thanks for thinking of me. At least you're still thinking of me. Have you seen my videos lately? Have you subscribed to my OnlyFans? Do you want to see where I put that cucumber? Subscribe now. Maybe Guy with the Plow would just like to know that we're thinking about him. Not in, well, depends on what you want to think about, I guess. But I'm thinking of more of in education and see, I don't know how much athletics does Joe Gao have. I know he's flexible, but the question is, does that apply to this world of NIL and transfer portal and sport? Well, apparently he's good at making money, though. I mean, he's got different revenue streams coming in. Maybe he could be a good nomination. That's goose eggs. You're making me think now, and I don't really want to think about that, but you're making me think. Guy with the Plow. All right, if you got nominations or questions, again, can be sent to CSA Search and Consulting. Badgers.ad@csasearch.consulting. It's right there in the email. This summer, the new athletic director, will begin. So there you go. All right, before we are out of here, we'll get back at it tomorrow. We've got some Badger stuff tomorrow. Brewers, again, taking on the Padres. That's tonight, 6:40, first pitch. Yeah, real quick, who's this? Line 1, hello.
Hey, do you ever get the feeling that Peg Bundy was cheating on Al?
What?
No?
Ted Bundy?
No, Peg.
Oh, I thought you said
Bundy.
Ted Bundy was cheating on Al. I was like, what?
Did you ever get the feeling like you just can't shake it that Peg was cheating on Al? No?
Well, I mean, how many times would Al say, not now, Peg? Eventually she's got to go to some well.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Not now, Peg. She's like, well,
Not now, Peg.
Then when?
She always kind of dressed kind of scantily and, was like, cigarette smoking in the house.
I was more, I don't know, something about Peg. I gravitated more towards Peg than I did.
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%. She's kind of a
little
hottie.
more than Kelly. I was like, I'm more of a Peg guy than a Kelly guy, I think. That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Man.
Agree.
G-Dub, what a way to end the show. We love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
See you, man.
See you.
We'll just end there. Phil Michaels next. See you guys.